Hello, back again on Capybara Paradise, or Capycraft, whatever you want to call it. Um, I've done a couple of bits in between the last time I streamed and now. Nothing like major. I didn't really want to go and explore any of the new zones or content or anything. But one big thing is I've swapped over to rhett because I don't know. I decided I wanted to have a little go as rhett instead of prot. Although I do hear good stuff about prot. I also heard good stuff about rhett. Something about the latest update, 1.18, that made rhett a little bit better. Because I think initially I saw that rhett was just like, not great. But they changed something about it. And I just feel like being a DPS, you know what I mean? Nice and simple. Hang on, let me just move this for a sec. Just live the simple life for a little bit. So, yeah, so I swapped over to rhett. The other thing I did is, it's in WoW, it's like Children's Week or whatever, so you can pick up an orphan, take him around the world, get him some ice cream and stuff, and you get 5 gold. So I did that. I'm already down to 290, of course. I mean, it was 1 gold to respec, which now I realise was a terrible waste of money, because, like, I had prot to get, like, the hit rating, and now I've respec and I realised, you know what? Hit rating is not exactly the worst thing for rhett, but whatever. I'm rhett now, so try and get to like seal a command quick. I don't know if I really need like repentance. Vengeful strikes is nice, but what I did want to do is I wanted to do the first new dungeon. Cause I don't know if it'd be a long stream today, but I just at least wanted to get on and do this first dungeon, see what it's like. Maybe do it a few times, because I was running around earlier taking this orphan around all these various zones, and good lord, this place is populated today. And I was struggling to get anything done. Nothing was hyper spawning and stuff, which didn't feel great. So I thought, you know what, let's do dungeons. And I think you can actually just queue up like that. Yeah, but it doesn't teleport you there; it just queues you up. So I thought I'd do that. See how that goes. I did accidentally do this earlier. I was wondering how it worked, so I clicked sign up, and it just immediately popped me into a group. So I was like, oh, that's interesting, but of course now it doesn't do that. The other thing as well is I've been on the login screen for like the last 20 minutes, because it turns out there's a queue to get on the server now, so that's fun. Good old queue. I think it was 17 in the queue, but it took a good like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I thought maybe I'd turn the stream on and do like, I don't know, react to some like WoW type videos, but I was scrolling through YouTube, couldn't really find anything, so I thought, oh well, whatever. But yeah, it's a new dungeon here, Frostmane Hollow. Yeah, you've got the map for it and everything here. 4 bosses. Creepy music. Check some. Good to hear, having fun. Yeah, the translation add-on is needed. Although I do find that a lot of the time it ends up translating stuff that doesn't need translating, and it's like filling the chat with stuff, but it works pretty well anyway. Anyway, let me test this. Wow, that is loud. I want to test this chat add-on I have. I had the chat box on the screen underneath Vanilla WoW. That'll do it. That'll be why. Turn that down a little bit. I feel like it's like bumping loud in there. Hey, there we go. So yeah, it's kind of neat. You can like queue up for a dungeon. Doesn't teleport you there or anything, but you know, it puts the group together at least. See, although I was wondering, yeah, I had assumed that if people are signing up for a dungeon, they'd be like nearby, but guess not. Damn it. Maybe I was preemptive, thinking I'll get there like, I'll get there before. No dungeon have This dungeon have quest? No. Uh, have an quest? This one? Oh yeah, you can't see the chat. I'll let you know if anything worth seeing in the chat. Oh shit! Hang on. Move that. Don't know what is this. Someone saying you all make. I don't know. You all make something. In fact, is there a summon stone outside? Because I've come all the way down into the dungeon, but I don't know if I actually needed to. Man, it feels nice being rhett in Classic and actually having like Crusader Strike or Holy Strike either. Yeah, Atlas loot. I had to get a special Atlas loot just for Turtle WoW. But it has all the new stuff on it. If I see like Frostmane Hollow here, I've got Atlas here for the maps, so I can see all of the new stuff. Works nicely. I got it off. What's it like? It's not Xperia or something. Let me have a look. Warperia. But although you can also just get, if you look up like Turtle WoW add-ons, it's literally like turtle-wow.fandom.com, and there's just a massive list of add-ons, and they'll take you to like the GitHub stuff. Hopefully these guys turn up pretty quick. Yeah, looks like it. Oh, Darkshore. What? What? Oh well, may as well kill some more stuff. Yeah, I was thinking about what like alt characters to make. Maybe I don't know. Thinking like a rogue, also maybe a hunter. Or the rogue, I feel like I'd hold off on a rogue until I could get the MS down. Like 260 MS on a rogue feels a bit, yeah. Also, there was an update, not an update, but I've got an update with MS for at least if you're in like the UK, for instance. I tried playing this with a VPN on, set to Hong Kong, and the MS went down to like 180, anywhere from 160 up to 180, which is, you could feel the difference. It was like, I mean, it's almost 100 less. But I don't know how to get it so that I can have the VPN on, like just for the WoW, but not for streaming. So off stream, I can play at like 180 roughly, because I think it's to do with the routing server. It ends up being quicker somehow. Yeah, nice. This is the sort of thing like, especially with all the new stuff, having a nice like 3-day weekend binge. It's good fun. Although, you know, stay hydrated. Have a nice walk every now and then. Unless you're in the UK, at which point there's no idea on whether it's going to be raining or sunny within the next like 2 minutes. All day. Every time I'm up making a coffee or cooking anything, I look out the balcony and it's like sunshiny day beaming through, and then I turn around again and it's now grey and rainy. It's like, what is going on? Calm down for like 5 minutes. Yeah, there's all sorts of like gossip going around of all the people are saying that like maybe there's going to be another server that they're going to make. Potentially that there's going to be another server specifically for like Southeast Asian players that they're going to then restore all the characters on, and then this server's going to end up being like a European-y server, like based in Russia or something. But who knows? I was asking people earlier. I was like, "Where exactly are you getting this information from?" And they're like, "Oh, you know, a GM said it the other day. I'm like, ah, man. Like, who knows, man? It's all like spurious. Oh, he's got a shield on. But yeah, it'd be interesting if they do. Because I did hear that. The only thing I've properly heard is that they are potentially gonna restore the Southeast Asian players' characters from the original Total WoW. Which, if they do that, I was wondering, would they restore them onto this server or make like a new server specifically for them, or I don't know. Which then, I mean, if that happens, I would imagine this server would have a massive boom in population if it became more of like a English server. Is there a summon stone over here? Is that the tank? Is that the guy in the tank, level 14? Or is this the guy at the tank? I was going to say, because I held off tank. I was going to tank this. But then I was like, oh no, if I don't have Righteous Fury, then I won't be doing it. Because it would just be like terrible. But I guess maybe you can. I think on a warrior it'd be easy, right? You get Thunderclap already at this point. Maybe. Don't know what we're doing out here, but something, I guess. Getting this quest on, maybe? Yeah, Total WoW's back. Technically, one of the one of the GMs on the Asian realms was just like, yeah, put it back up. Oh, yeah. And it's the up-to-date one. It's not like OctoWoW. OctoWoW is just people trying to like do their best with getting it back. But this is actually like up-to-date, the most recent version. It's all legit. I mean, the population on here is it's mainly Chinese people, but my god, it's growing. There's like a queue to get on now. Yeah. I was on in Westfall earlier, and I was just stood there. It's the quest where you normally have to wait around for the one mob at the tower in Sentinel Hill, and there's just a constant flow of people everywhere. It's insane. It's like you're in the middle of like London or something, except it's World of Warcraft. It's just bonkers. It's genuinely nuts how many people are playing on here. But yeah, there's all sorts of news, like, it's still early yet, things could change and all that, but people are saying that, like, this might end up being more of like an English-speaking server, and then another server gets made, where they restore the characters from Total WoW. Although the character restorations are only for the Asian players. Because it's the GMs that had Asian GMs that had the data and stuff. All the data from like European servers isn't there. And what are we, am I? Is this? Where's the group? Are we still out? Signed up to do a dungeon, but we're just like out here killing mobs. Are we like doing anything? To be fair, I need 2 more of these scouts. Yeah, the Classic Plus stuff is like, who knows, man. My main worry with Classic Plus is the fact that it's going to be a long time. Like, at minimum, it'll be like what, a year maybe, because Blizzard will be out in BlizzCon will be September, so that would be when they announce it, right? And I would imagine then they're going to probably release it for when like Wrath of the Lich King Anniversary Edition sort of slows down. So yeah, I don't know, but I just don't think, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it as well. I feel like Blizzard are like locked into what they do. Like, I don't know, they're going to treat it like it's like it's an expansion. You know what I mean? They're gonna end up doing Classic Plus like an expansion where it'll be the standard thing of like, oh, let's make a new zone that's for an extra 10 levels, and let's have, you know, the Horde side and the Alliance side and all that shit. And it's like, that's not. I don't think that works very well. This kind of Classic Plus is so good where it's just like, here's a new zone. It's level 30 to 40 for leveling. Here's another zone that's level, what's that, 51. I mean, I don't know what the zones are, but I can just see what the rares are, like level 56, level 51. It's interesting, but Blizzard will just, I don't know, I just worry that Blizzard doesn't really have it in them to do it justice. Honestly, what they need to do is, like, go to the... instead of spending all their time and money on getting the Turtle WoW developers, like, fucking arrested and sued and all that, fucking hire them, give them some money, you know what I mean? Instead of being upset that Turtle WoW devs have managed to, like, make money off of their IP... fucking hire them, man. They've managed to do something, like, better than you could do it, so... give them some cash for it. Fuck it. I don't know. I'm almost tempted to say that what Blizzard should do is almost, like, rent the IP out. Just, like, go to people like Turtle WoW and say, right, you can officially use the IP if you give us, like, a cut of any profits you make. And then, like, maybe Blizzard can have the opportunity to, like, monitor it or something. But... I don't know. Wait, are we starting this dungeon? Why are we're just out here killing mobs? Like, can we start the dungeon? Queued up for the dungeon, and we're just out here doing stuff. Like, they're talking about, like, the kill quest, but, like, come on, dude, let's just do the dungeon. Yeah, that's like basically it. I think, like, the way that Retail WoW went, like, I'm kind of fine with it, but it's a whole different game. The way that the way that Classic needs to go is, like, different. I don't know. Like, I don't mind TBC, but I just think that, like, in order to progress, you do kind of have to make the other stuff a bit irrelevant. But I don't know. Oh, what, this pre-quest? Yeah, well, I don't know, I probably should have gone and handed it in. Honestly, I just wanted to do the dungeon, like, I just wanted to quickly go and do this dungeon, like, a couple times. Just for the XP. Where's the hand in? It's over here, I think. Ooh. Because I did get this other quest from somewhere. Engineer, archaeologist, Evenpike. But yeah, I don't know. I don't mind the way that Blizzard went with, like, TBC and Wrath, where they make things kind of irrelevant, just because that's, like, the sense of progression. But I do think it is going to be really cool to have... Ooh, lag for a bit there. It is going to be cool to have a progression where it's actually, like, the world is here. Like, I hope that any Classic Plus stuff doesn't ever, like, stray from this map here. You know what I mean? Make this island something, put something here, but don't do the whole, like, boom, an outland, a whole nother world, and flying and all that stuff. It's like, not into all that. Keep the vanilla world. That's why this just feels really good, you know, having these extra areas for leveling. I mean, that felt like it feels like a pretty standard thing to do, right? Because part of the thing about the WoW development was that it was sort of like, to a degree, it kind of feels like it was rushed, you know, to get vanilla out in 2000, when was it, 2004 or whatever? To the point where there's not quite enough quests to get to level 60, you got to grind some stuff every now and then, and it's like, oh, I don't know. Whereas this Classic Plus stuff, it makes it so that you can have these awkward quests where, like, you know what, I can skip an awkward one and go, wow, the music got really quiet. Where you're like, you can skip an awkward quest and just go to another zone, which is nice. In fact, I wouldn't mind having these, like, labelled with what the level bracket is, but that's at 37, 38. Wasn't there... I remember seeing... Was it over here? Oh yeah, over here. Telebim. Oh, that would be a high-level zone. Blackstone. I think that's the goblin starting zone. That's neat. Then there's all these, like, Moon Whisper Coast. Don't even know what that is. Timbermore Hold there. Oh, that should be in, to Spring, isn't it? God knows. Yeah, retail is really, like... Oof. The world side of stuff is really weird in retail. Let me move this a little bit. It's a little, I don't know. It is just pointless. It feels like you're in... the way that retail gets, it may as well be that, like, every tiny little chunk is just some instanced area. Because it basically feels like that anyway. You know? It's a whole different thing. Retail WoW feels like the sort of game that you could just, like... It's like a Stardew Valley sort of thing, honestly. You could just turn it on and just, like... Put a movie on in the background and just casually do whatever random stuff you like doing. But it doesn't really... Most of the stuff doesn't feel like you're doing anything. It's like, oh, I'm just going to do a bunch of mythic pluses over and over again so that at the end of the season I can do a bunch more mythic pluses over and over again so that at the end of the season I can do a bunch more mythic pluses over and over again. And then, like... And then I find, like, I'm not even that into the whole... I'm not that into the whole play style of, like, doing dungeons as quickly as possible, mythic plus, time them, get as hard difficulty as possible. I play WoW because it's an easy game, man. Like, you think, like, vanilla, it's an easy game. It's just time consuming. It's the ambiance that I quite like. You know what I mean? This music, the noise of the footsteps on the snow, and walking past a random person at like 4 in the morning in some obscure zone and just waving, and then they wave back and it's like, hey, there's like some weird little moment. I love that stuff. What I'm not into is the stuff where it's like, right, let me drop like 10,000 gold on professions and then... not on professions, on like potions and elixirs and flasks, and then get into a mythic plus and smash my head against this dungeon I've done 300 times, but now it's 2% harder. It's like, ugh. Ugh, man. Alright, sit up straight. My back is killing me. But yeah, I mean, like, one thing I'll be honest. Hang on, let me choose my can there. One opinion I have, which I don't know if it's necessarily like a shared opinion with a lot of people, but I don't think there should be any kind of like Mythic Plus stuff ever in Classic Plus. I know Mythic Plus is a great addition to the game retail, for longevity, but I don't think there should ever be... I don't think there should ever really be multiple difficulties of a dungeon or a raid. I think it should always just be like... It's like you release a raid, it is the raid. If it's going to be a hard raid, tune it hard. If it's going to be an easy raid, tune it easy. But I don't like the idea of being like, this week we're going into the easy version of the raid, and next week we're going into a harder version of the same thing. Like... Change it up. If it's a harder version, write an RP reason why it's now a harder version. I don't know. Make it so that on hard mode all the bosses are on fucking crack. I don't know. You know? Put some vibe to it. Blizzard gets rid of the vibe, it feels like, so that they can implement, like, features. There's no, like, new story or, like, reasons behind anything. It's just features, features, features. And it's like, I don't want technical features. I want a world. I don't want an instance. I want a world. If that makes sense. I don't know. Everything feels so formulaic with Blizzard now. That's why a Classic Plus from Blizzard I feel a little bit worried about, because it's like, are they going to just do that thing where it's like the standard... Like, look at every single expansion. Every single expansion has a certain formula where it's like, new zone... The Horde side, the Alliance side on the zone, there'll be a new capital city there, there'll be, like, the new dungeons, whatnot. It's just, I don't think... I think it'd be... Any Classic Plus stuff, it would be so much better off if they just do not do any expansion sort of stuff at all. It should just be, like, every now and then they're like, here's a new dungeon, it's level 37, it's in this little zone, and we've written a cool little story about it. Enjoy. Next... Like, you don't have to release these chunks, but the leak that came out a while back of that big document, they mentioned about how it's like potentially going to be a big expansion that you pay like $60 for the expansion. It's like, nobody wants the expansion. They want classic WoW, but just drip feed more stuff into classic WoW. Yeah, the challenge dungeon stuff, that's like a whole nother thing, and that's like kind of, I can see that being kind of cool. But that is its own sort of thing. It's separate. Whereas the Mythic Plus stuff is like, you have to do Mythic Plus. It's weird. Like when I was playing a little bit of retail when this new expansion Midnight came out, and it's just like I was in this guild and we're doing the raid, and I was enjoying doing a bit of raiding, playing as a holy paladin. I was liking that. But then it gets to the point where it's like, I need gear, and the only way I can get any gear which is of any relevance is to just spam Mythic Plus over and over. And I hated doing Mythic Plus as a Holy Paladin. And then Proc Paladin was just ass. And I didn't really want to play rhett, and it was like, ugh. I would be surprised if this... Well, what I should say is I wouldn't be surprised if this like didn't get shut down. Because this is like out of their jurisdiction. Although... I say it's out of it's like in China and whatnot, it's out of their jurisdiction, and the people actually working on this I think are a bit more anonymous than the Turtle WoW devs. But then also NetEase is in China, and NetEase does all the like Blizzard stuff in China. So if NetEase comes down on them, then oof, might not be good. But I don't know, I feel like to a degree they could sort of elude Blizzard's stuff. It's just that with Turtle WoW previously, it got a little over the top. Excuse me. Like, it got to the point where Turtle WoW developers are like advertising on YouTube. Like, they're buying ads to advertise their server. That is like, you know, as you can see here, which is like a paid for thing. There's all these donation things. Like, I don't know. They got a little bit too cocky. As long as this server's not doing this like paid ad shit and all that, like, I don't know. You don't need to advertise your server if it's just a decent server. You know what I mean? Maybe there's a little bit of greed with that as well. Like, do you need to why do you need more players? It's almost taunting Blizzard. And I think the other big thing was they were doing that whole Unreal Engine thing, which is like, oof, it's like taking Blizzard's game and like making it almost into their own game, and then it comes into the thing of like, ooh, that's like, you're not just like adding a little bit here, you're changing the core game, almost like making it their own game, despite it not being their game, and I don't know, and then running ads for it. It just gets a bit like, muddies the water a bit. Project Epoch or this? Honestly, I would say this over Project Epoch, but I would also say like neither of them are like firm ground. Neither of them I wouldn't play this or Epoch in such a way that I'm like, this is the character I'm going to be playing for years. Like, who knows? For all I know, this server could go down next week, and then they put up a fresh server for EU players or anything like that, you know? So, same sort of thing with Epoch. The only thing about Epoch, though, is that Epoch is not getting any updates, I'll be honest. From what I understand, none of the developers who are actually making Epoch and pushing Epoch further are actually involved with it anymore. It's just that Ascension basically just... Epoch shut down, and Ascension basically just came along and said, oh yeah, we'll host that. And it's not like Ascension are necessarily developing it. They've got their own stuff to develop, so that's the thing. And Epoch, there's a lot of stuff for like leveling on Epoch, but I think by the time you get to the end game, that's it. There's like not really much there. So whereas this, like, basically what I mean is that if it was between this and Project Epoch and neither of these things were going to ever get any more content updates, I would pick this. Because even without any content updates, there's still like if we go here, whoops, if we go here, you've got like Lower Karazhan Hall's new raid, Emerald Sanctum new raid, Timbermore Hold new raid, Upper Karazhan Hall's new raid. Look at all these new dungeons like Stormwind Vault, Caverns of Time, Karazhan Crypt, Hateforge Coin. There's all this new stuff. So there's a lot of stuff. Whereas Epoch is a little bit lighter on the new stuff. I don't think it's like, yeah, you literally you can play whatever server you want. There's tons of servers out here. Like I'm playing like a bit on Warmain. Every now and then I play a bit of TBC Anniversary. I'm playing on this. Playing other games like shit, bit of Bannerlord here and there. I've got to go back and play a bit of Total War Warhammer 3 at some point. That'd be fun. But yeah, I think if I was gonna like dedicate a bit of time to something, I'd rather put that time into this than Epoch. Because I don't know, feels a bit more legit to a degree. Yeah. But yeah, as I say, these things change. Like next week, there could be some whole new thing of like some of the like EU Turtle WoW devs might just come out and go, ah, fuck it, fuck Blizzard, and they just make a new server or something. Who knows, man? Who knows? Also, not to mention, there's some cracking like other servers in the WoW scene that are like not necessarily to do with like Classic Plus stuff, but like there's some other ones. There's that one that's like a roguelite that looks kind of fun. There's some other one that was like, it's like vanilla TBC and Wrath but with bots and stuff that looked kind of fun. I think that's called Old Man Warcraft. There's a bunch of interesting little servers out there, so there's plenty to play. Yeah, well you can get a translate add-on, which is what I'm using, which just about works. I mean, it's not like flawless exactly, but it's working. These guys in the group are saying stuff, and I can like barely just about maybe understand what they mean. But who knows? But yeah, anything that has anything to do with Turtle WoW, really, I'm happy to play on it. Just because the reason why this server has any like authority is because it's literally like it was advertised by an actual GM on Turtle WoW, on the Asian Turtle WoW servers. You know, they referenced this and said like, this is a new server. So whereas the other ones like, I don't know, Octo and I think Sand Worlds, they're like fine, I'm sure they're like working hard and I'm sure they've dedicated, but you know, these guys were dedicated and actually worked for Turtle WoW. So whereas some of the other servers, they may be dedicated but they didn't actually have the Turtle WoW code and stuff. Like this is 1.18. Yeah, the single player side of things is fun. Like I think that's kind of worth messing around with, especially if you play a tank. I imagine it works pretty well then, because as long as the AI just like does a heal every now and then a couple of AI DPS, it'll be pretty good. Especially if you get there's a guy on YouTube who does a lot of videos on like handheld Steam Deck stuff with the single player repacks, which looks good. Sitting on like a train, just like playing with a handheld thing, that'd be cool. Although I've never played WoW with any kind of like controller, I'd be interested to give it a go. Wow, look at this place. I mean, yeah, I say about this is. I think this dungeon was in the 1.18 update, so this is a new one, I think. Oh yeah, I'll probably make a video about that translate add-on, because I ended up getting it from a guy on the Discord. Like, it's not like out there, I don't think. It's not like readily available, so I'll probably just upload whatever the copy I got of it. I'll upload that on like Google Drive or something, do a little video. Project Snapjaw, that's another one. I haven't heard of that, but yeah. I mean, yeah, open source, getting it going like all open source is good as well, because honestly, at that point, if you can get 1.18 on open source out there, then it kind of comes down to like, let the best man win, you know what I mean? If you think you can like make a server for it that's decent, go for it. Try it, you know. It's exciting. The more open server it is, the better. And this server's open now. This is live. It's capycraft.io, I believe. Oh, is there an update? I'm using, I don't know, what was it called again? This one, Turtle Translator. Literally the only difference for this, I got the older version of it, but it just didn't have Chinese, so I've added that. I got rid of all this other stuff because every now and then some like English words, they think that it's like Italian, and it's like, oh, let me translate that for you, and it's like, I didn't need that translated, man. Floods the chat log with all these translations. So I set it to just Chinese for now. Although you got to make sure you turn on other channels as well here for the world chat. But like that guy that just, I can see he just said cannot go. Cannot go where? Oh, over the bridge or something? But yeah. So you can just about understand stuff. Some stuff doesn't really like work too well. But yeah, I've not had a single time playing this so far where I've had like a communication issue or anything. Oh, about the previous character data. Basically, unless you're playing on the Asian realms, you're very unlikely to get characters back. Because it was like all the devs working on the EU realms, it's like those were the devs that kind of came under fire from Blizzard and all that. Subpoena or whatever you call it, RICO. Whereas it's these are some of the Asian GMs that just managed to like take all the data and get out. So it'll only be the Asian Turtle WoW accounts that might get restored. Although they're still talking about it, it's still like, it's just people saying like, oh, I saw that a GM said this, but it's like, I haven't seen a GM say any of this, but other people have been saying that some of the GMs are saying that maybe they're going to make a new server and restore the Asian accounts on that server, and then this ends up being like an EU-US server, or maybe there'll be a different server. There'll be EU, that maybe they're hosting like Russia, so it's a bit better for ping. Who knows, man? Who knows? All I know is this, like, you can play this now, and I'm playing it. So I'm happy with that. But yeah, I mean, any big news on this, I'll make sure I make a video of it and everything. Like if there's as soon as there's an EU server or anything. But I hope this server ends up staying as like long term. Although I don't know, I'm not too bothered. Could always make another character. But yeah, so far for now, like officially, all that we know is that this is just a fresh server for now. Hence why everything's so crazy populated, because everyone's like in the low level zones. Oh wait, what? Where did that loot pop up and then disappeared? Huh. Everyone passed on it. Oh, why that was. I was about to say, yeah, I'll take that ring. Oh man, I need some AoE, man. I think I'll do a bit of Holy Strike, try and heal everyone a little bit. This server currently is located, I believe, in China, somewhere. So yeah, the ping is a little bit rough at the moment. 267. Although you can technically, I didn't think it would make a difference, but if you do use a VPN to play and set that to China, or at least the VPN I've got I set to Hong Kong, and it actually had a better ping. But I just don't do that for streaming. I don't want YouTube to be like, oh, why are you streaming from Hong Kong, blah blah blah, and all that shit. But yeah, off stream I was playing with a Hong Kong VPN and it got down to like 160, 170 ms. So yeah, don't know exactly how it works, but someone was saying it's to do with like the routing server, routing server, like routes it from a better like location. So that's cool. So you can get the ping down, and I'm in the UK, so I'm like I'm pretty sure I'm like as far away from China as you can get in the world. So to have 260 ping while streaming, yeah, I'm happy. But yeah, hopefully they at some point they'll end up doing a new server, or like moving the location of the server. But yeah, so far so good. I haven't had any stuff where it feels like I'm like struggling with the lag or anything. Although I will say I was thinking about making a rogue, but then I was like, oh, I wonder if a rogue is like, because a rogue I would want a PvP on, and I don't know if I really want to. Oh, what do I want there? I don't know if I really want a PvP with 260 ping. Maybe that's a little bit shitty. Yeah, that's kind of why I picked playing Paladin, because I feel like on low ping I'm like a lot of auto attacks. But I think I want to check out like a lot of the classes. That's kind of why I want to like. I think playing on this currently, because I don't know if it's, I don't know how like long term the server's going to be, or if there's going to be a new server for like EU or anything. I think I might treat this as a time just to like try out the new classes up to like level 10, level 20, you know, see what they're all like. Because I was trying to look up some information to see like a rough guide on how the classes are all like performing with all the changes. But I think I could only find guides that were from the previous patch, because I basically like gathered a bunch of information about how the classes are playing, and then I watched one video talking about the 1.18 update, which was basically said that everything else was just shit. So I'm like, oh fuck. Like one thing was saying that rhett paladins were like pretty crappy, but then after 1.18 suddenly now they're like decent, or I don't know. That's why I thought I'd play it, because I was like, ah, screw it, see what it's like. Also because DPSing is like pretty chill. I don't know if I really need. I mean, I wouldn't mind that. Somebody else, I'll pass. If the other guy's going to need on it, I'll pass. Not that I don't think he's actually. He has a shield, but isn't necessarily tanking. Who knows, man? It's early dungeons. It doesn't matter what specs you are or anything. But yeah, I don't know. Like mage is one of the classes as well, where like I've barely ever played mage on retail or classic or anything at all. So I always kind of want to give it a go. And I think they did changes to like arcane mage, which could be kind of fun. Blast with arcane. All I remember of arcane mage is just like at some point you like stack up arcane blasts and it casts quicker, but it gets way more expensive and stuff. I like the thematics of being arcane over like frost or fire. Am I following the right guy here? Because I noticed that there's like nobody else here, and we're just like out here someplace. Well, no, the thing about OctoWow is that it's technically on 1.18, but it's on 1.18, but most of the stuff that makes 1.18 isn't there. So it's like, is it on 1.18? It's like, I don't know. It's easy for them to say that their client is on 1.18, but none of the stuff from 1.18 is in the game, you know? They've actually got to place all of the stuff back in. They've got to fix a bunch of talent bugs and all that. They've got to put NPCs and stuff back into, and mobs back into the raids and the dungeons, and put stuff in the zones and all that. Whereas this server, currently, this is the only one that is on 1.18 and actually has all of the 1.18 stuff. So, as I say, like, it's easy to say that it's on 1.18, But if it doesn't have the 1.18 stuff, then what's the point? I could say I've got $1 million in the bank, but doesn't mean I've got $1 million in the bank. But yeah, I'd have a go on this one, honestly. Although, email verification didn't work. Oh really? I had that where I tried to sign up for an account and it did nothing. Like, I sign up, nothing happens at all. You click accept. So then I tried out using a Chinese VPN. Like, I set the VPN on Hong Kong and it worked just fine. So that might be it. Because I hear people in the US end up having to use a VPN to sign up, and some other various places. But yeah, should be easy to sign up. Oh, and the only other thing is that just literally before the stream started, I logged in and there's a queue. I was like, oh god, not a queue. It took like 20 minutes to get in, so... Although I think this is like... the server time is Chinese time, so it's like 11 PM. So that's sort of like understandable, really. Like I think when I tried logging in earlier, it was like 7... it was like 2 hours ago. 7 o'clock, 7 PM Chinese time, so... Yeah, I would imagine that's kind of peak. Make an account and log in the game. No email, really, no email required. I didn't know. Well, to be fair, when I signed up, I just used some, like, other email address I had. Like, I didn't want to use my main one just in case. But that's just, like, standard, honestly. Standard internet stuff. You should just have a bunch of extra email addresses for shit like this. But yeah, it's all good so far. The only thing is like the language barrier and the slightly high ping. But other than that, it's good old Turtle WoW. I'm enjoying it. Getting to like explore the new world and all that. Also, good tip for anyone playing right now. Don't know where it is on Horde, but if you're in Alliance, go to Cathedral Square and pick up the quest where you get an orphan and you have to show him around the world. Do that quest. There's like, you got to show him to 3 places. You got to go to Westfall, Lochmadan, and the bank in Darnassus, which you can just get the boat, you know, Stormwind boat over to there, and then the boat to the city. Do that, and then you got to get him some ice cream, and then I think that's it. And then you get 5 gold, which is like 5 gold is like massive at this point. So yeah, it's worth doing that orphan tour, world tour quest, because it's fairly easy. Like Lochmadan, Westfall, Darnassus. Like, you're going to need the flight paths to there anyway, so it's worth doing. So I didn't know that. I saw that somebody in the guild earlier was talking about, like, oh, I just got my free 5 gold, and I was like, shit, where? I need to find where this is. 5 gold at level, like, 17, that's big. Uh-oh. That did a lot of damage. Yeah, damn. Yeah, cloth, what do they look like? The orphan, it's in, if you go to Cathedral Square, it should be around like this side, like, as you go in on the right. So, cloth you have need, just army, vagabond wear, not mare, not anymore. See, yeah, translation's a little bit rough there. What did that say? Cloth you all have need, just army, vagabond wear, not anymore. Right. Okay, that makes sense. Oh no, that's crap. Scam? What, me? I don't think so. Yeah, you can play for yourself, mate. On capycraft.io. With the add-on? What add-on? Oh, what, with the translate add-on? Understandable. Have a nice understandable. Understand. Understood. The only thing about the translate add-on that can be a little bit annoying is when it, like for instance, somebody like posted a link, just a GitHub link, and then immediately the translator's like, let me translate that from Chinese. I'm like, that didn't need translating. Every now and then it'll just translate like an English message to Chinese. Like that. Looking for one more Frostmane Hollow tank. And the translator's like, looking for one more Frostmane Hollow tank from Chinese. I was like, don't really need that. See, like that guy, I understood that. He just said Paladin, where that horse from? Where that auction from? Where that weapon from? Horse was from AH. Oh, he's not going to understand me, but yeah. If I go like, oh no, I was going to say, I need like an emote that says auction house. I'm only communicating with like emotes. Yeah, I think that's a new weapon. You look, understand. Right. Understood. To be fair as well, the other reason I don't mind playing on a Chinese server is a lot of the time I don't really talk to people in WoW. You know what I mean? I just play the game. I like the world more than the people, you know. That sounded rude. I don't mean that in a rude way. Like, the people suck. Like, what? You're going to make it sound like I think Coolsville sucks. News just in. Man thinks Coolsville sucks. So this is a server called Capycraft, or Capybara Paradise. It's one of the GMs, one of the Asian GMs from Turtle WoW that saved all the data and has just put the server back up. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, the ping is wow, 302. That's gone up at the moment. In fact, that might even be my home internet doing something. Because that yesterday, this was a solid 250 all day, but 302. That's high. Like, higher than normal. Normally, I think it's been about 260 all day. Although the other weird thing is that no, this is not OctoWow, this is Capycraft. This is actually 1.18. OctoWow, just to be clear, OctoWow are people that are not affiliated with Turtle WoW, trying to get Turtle WoW running, and still, like, not getting it quite there yet. This is literally people that were involved with Turtle WoW on the Asian side. Like, this is actually, like, legit. Well, it's legit in Chinese, I suppose, but yeah. Yeah, for PvE, it's fine. Some classes, if it's like I was tempted to play Rogue, but then I was like, I don't know, a Rogue at like 250 MS doesn't feel great. But yeah, earlier I did try off stream. OctoWow gonna fish data set. Yeah, I don't know. OctoWow's like weird. There was like that. There was the rumors about it having like a virus in it as well, which it could be bullshit. Who knows? But hey, I mean, anyone that's working on like Turtle WoW stuff, as long as they open source it, then it's for the greater good. But anyway, I was going to say off stream, I tried playing this with my VPN set to Hong Kong, and I actually got down to about 160 to maybe 180 MS. So you can get a better MS if you have like a permanent VPN you can turn on. But I just didn't want to use the VPN while streaming, otherwise YouTube will be like, what the hell are you doing in Hong Kong? So, but yeah, something about the routing server is better if you use like an Asian VPN. In fact, yeah, I don't know, it might be other places in Asia. Depends what. But it's just the VPN I got happened to have a Hong Kong one, so I thought, try it. Ah, I don't mind saying the same shit over and over again. It is what it is. Yeah, the thing about exit lag is you got to pay for that, and like, we don't do that here. Like, I don't pay for WoW. Nah. I don't pay for shit. I can't make it myself, grow it myself, or, you know, cook it myself, then I ain't interested. Wow, kind of. But yeah, no, I saw that exit lag stuff because I've heard other people saying it, but like, I'm not paying a monthly sub for some shit like that. Language barrier is fine. There's an add-on to translate it, so it comes through a little bit weird sometimes, but most of the time it's alright. Like, none of these people... Oh no, this guy is English. So there's like 3 people in here that are Chinese, and they're talking, and I can see their messages every now and then. One of them asked me where I got this weapon from, like... So... But, I mean, outside of, like, raiding and guild stuff, how much do you actually really, like, have, like, conversations with people? Most of the time, it's like... You can kind of understand what people are saying without even talking. It's like, if you're stood by the dead body of a quest mob, you know that they're waiting for the quest mob. You can just be like, hey, do you want to group up? You don't even say anything. You just invite them to a group, and it's like, oh yeah, we're doing the same quest, obviously. So it's that sort of thing of like, I don't know. Sometimes WoW playing like transcends language or anything. So. Oh really? Okay, well that changes things. I didn't realise. I figured exit lag was like an online. I don't even know what it is really, but if there's a cracked version, suddenly now I'm like, oh wow, that's a great service. I'll check it out. Yeah, but yeah, you sort of understand. I mean, that's why I have all these emotes ready to go, just to like, I don't know, if I can make somebody laugh with an emote, that's fun as well. Like. But most of the stuff, like 99% of WoW stuff, it's just like understandable. There's an understanding that's just like there. Like, is there an understanding here that maybe I'll mine this once, get a skill up, and then you can mine it? Or there you go. It's like if you're both stood on like an item, you're waiting for something to respawn or whatever. You know, you can like communicate that. So I wonder if there is. Is there like a way out, or are we running all the way back? Because this would be great. I need one of them Skyrim doors where it's like, there's a hidden door back to the beginning again. It's like Dead Mines, you know, little back door. Or are we all? I don't know. Are we? Well, actually, is this? It's one of the dungeons where it's like not that bad, right? Yeah. Because we had to go off to this side and off to this side, whereas running back is just a straight line. Well, that's a decent, like, I don't know, maybe like half a level of XP. And I still got a quest to hand in as well. Oh, why are you running that way? Is there a reason why you'd run that way? Oh. Min speed or MS to server, which can't be faster as from where one is. Latency equals distance divided by speed of light. So the fastest from the UK to Hong Kong 50-55 one way. Yeah. Seems like it. The lowest I've ever got with the VPN was 160, which honestly, that's like, I'm happy to PvP on 160, honestly. Is that the way out? I don't think it is. Is this Atlas? Do they like not have a map for this or something? Or is there another boss? Oh, maybe I'll follow them. 17 bubbles. That just means that's basically, it lets you know about rested XP because it's different on Turtle WoW. Rested XP is like, if you sit in a tavern, you will literally watch the rested XP bar go up, and so it means you want to like stop by a tavern every now and then and wait for that to fill up, and then yeah, just handy. But then they reduce. I think the XP bonus from it is maybe like 50% instead of like 200 or whatever. So rested XP does less, but you can get it quickly. So that's cool. Oh, it was a quest that these people are here for. Damn, I don't have that. I thought there was maybe I thought we were coming back here for another boss or something, but oh well. Yeah, it's handy. It's nice. Rested plus. I don't know what the Oh wait, I didn't even see this guy. Uh-oh. Oh, it's over here. Yeah, I don't know what, like, Rested Plus. I think there's, like, something where some types of Rested XP ends up getting you more of a bonus than others. I'm not really sure how it works. All I know is that, like, for instance there it says, like, if I... Like, 30 bubbles. I think they mean bubbles as in, like, each chunk of the XP bar is like a bubble, basically. But, 30 bubbles is your maximum rested. So if I go to a tavern, I could spend, like, 5.5 minutes there. And I'd get, like, the maximum amount of rested. So it's good if you're like, if you're near a tavern and you're gonna go like make a cup of coffee or whatever, you may as well just go and sit in the tavern or Hearthstone. Or actually, I don't know. I was sat in Stormwind and it wasn't doing. I don't know if it was really doing much at all, because you can watch if you keep like flicking over it, you'll see the number going up. But I think it's taverns specifically that are the best. That's why Goldshire Inn is like packed. I realise now. The first day I was like, oh my god, Goldshire Inn is insane. But that's why. Because everyone's getting the XP bonus. And there's other cool things like guilds, for instance, can do a thing. I think it might even be like a donation thing. Guild Quarters Deed. Yeah, present this to any innkeeper to establish your guild's headquarters. So you can, as a guild, you can pick a tavern. And that'll end up getting like the whole guild more XP or quicker rested XP in that place, which I think is pretty cool. I like that. Nice. Oh, that guy says everyone 888. Okay. Drew did not make that quest. Yeah, I heard that. The old survival, because I've got survival a little bit. They used to have tents, because I remember playing Turtle like a long time ago. And the main memory I have from it was literally just outside of Stormwind, there was like multiple tents. There's like just stacked up tents. The population isn't like public data at the moment, so we don't know what the population is. But I mean, I can say it's very busy. It's a crowded server. I was in Westfall earlier, and literally there's like a constant flow of people. It's like a river. It's like water flowing. It's insane. Although that was about 7, I think, server time. That was like 7 p.m. So that's like 7 p.m. Chinese time. That's like peak, I think. I mean, by now it's like 11:30. It'll be less busy now. But yeah, there was a queue. When I started this, when did I start? An hour ago. I had to wait like 20 minutes in a queue. So on the one hand, that's like, oh great, it means there's good population. But on the other hand, it's like, ah shit. It means you gotta like, if you're gonna play sometime soon, get logged on, get the queue done, you know. Because I tend to like, when I'm playing like off stream, I'll end up like, do whatever, Alt F4 for a bit, go off and do something else, come back, so. This server's Capybara Paradise, or otherwise known as Capycraft. It's like, it's basically a redo kind of Turtle WoW. But it has people that were actually involved with Turtle WoW are involved with this. What have I got? Hold on to that, I guess. Chuck that shit. Whatever. What was that other quest I had? Ogrimmar? Huh? You serious? What? Now I'm confused. What? Yeah, it literally came out, when was it? I think the 18th, did it come out? So it's like 2 days. Where did I... Wait, what? I'm so confused about this. It's like, deliver this to the Cleft of Shadow. I'm like, hello? Do I look like an orc, my dude? How about Stormwind? Maybe. I think I'm at the level where I could, like, go and do Deadmines now instead. Like, if I was going to just grind a dungeon for a bit. Oh, whoa, 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 what was that? I just saw looked at the Dead Mines loot for a millisecond and it's like, there's a trinket. What? Huh? Of nature damage trinket. What? What? Wait, what? Look at that, +5 poisons. That's new. Oh my god. That's standard, isn't it? Oh wait, no, that's different. The hammer's different on that, isn't it? Normally it's like a... Huh. It's different, I think. Minor Johnson, yeah, he's standard. Sneed. I think that's pretty standard. Huh. Steam Shredder, yeah. Anything new, like Gilnid? No, that looks standard. Masterpiece Harvester. Huh. Neat. Mr. Smite, that's pretty standard, I think. Oh, Smite's Hammer. That's like from the... What should be the thing from the first boss. Cookies, still pretty standard, yeah. Murloc Eye on a string, ew. Captain Greenskin, yeah, that looks pretty standard. Van Cleef, anything new? Ooh, spiked shoulder pads, look at that. Chance to deal 1 arcane damage. And a ring. Ooh. Nice. How do I go about grouping with Chinese players? Well, on here you have this group finder, so you can literally... Oh, I'm still in a group. You can like sign up for whatever. It doesn't teleport you there though. It just groups you up, so you've got to get there. Otherwise, you can look through the group finder here. But although, hang on, if I get my phone right and I go translate, Google Translate app, and I go camera, I can see. Yeah, look at that. That says what does that say? Long Kai all pass team come 274. Dragon Team Complete Mission Team, Frostmane Hollow, Chapo Mission Dwarf Quest Party ++. So like you can vaguely understand. It's Quest Helper and Atlas Loot default add-ons. I got my add-ons from the actual Turtle WoW thing. If you literally just Google Turtle WoW add-ons, there is the turtle-wow.fandom.com. And there's like a massive list of like, here's add-ons, blah, 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 like recommended add-ons, and then you sort by alphabet. So I have like, because there's specific ones for, specific add-ons for Turtle WoW. So like Atlas Loot for Turtle WoW, Atlas Maps for Turtle WoW, the questing add-on is, in fact, hang on. I'll show you quickly. So I've got like Atlas for Turtle WoW, Atlas Loot, Atlas Quest, character stats because they don't show the stats very well. Move anything is just handy. Empower, that's for like if you want like what do you call it, weak auras. Empower is what you're gonna have to get instead. So that's so that I could have like seals and stuff near my name bar. Turtle Translator, that's the translator. PF Quest, again you need the Turtle WoW. Map markers because I wanted to see the like dungeon location, and then bubble XP for rested. But yeah, some good stuff. Yeah, I was literally thinking about that. You could, like, somehow, instead of Google Translate using the camera on your phone to, like, scan in real time, just have it so that you could just say, like, this box down here, scan that. But I think somebody has some sort of add-on that does that, but you end up having to use Google API, which then you have to, like, pay for some subscription, and it's like a... Yeah, I tried Duite Auras, and it didn't... I was having problems with it, so I downloaded this one, and it's just like, bam. Well, literally, all I wanted was just the simplest thing where it's like a couple of things, like, I want to see the stacks for Crusader Strike, because that's like stack 3 times. Keep an eye on that. I want to keep an eye on seals, and that's it. Nothing, like, complicated or anything. And it works decently. Although I did that thing where I was like, all I want to do is something really basic, and then I was like, but then again, I kind of want to do this other thing, and this other thing, and this other thing, and it's like, ah, shit. I'm getting too, like, carried away with it. Anyway. I don't know why I'm checking what bags there are. It's like, I don't think people are going to be, like, making bags all of a sudden, right? Although, I don't know. I'm seeing it pop up, people hitting level 40, so... Yeah. Yeah, I try not to, like... paid subscription stuff, I try not to. Like, we don't do that here. VPN, like the VPN stuff for signing up is easy. You can get like a free VPN with a little bit, like half a gig of data. But yeah, long term. Although there are some decent ones. There's one I used a while back. I think it was called Windscribe. It was like $3 a month, and you just unlimited data and just pick like one location, and it's like $3. Which is alright. An overlay, yeah, I would imagine it would be. There was some other thing I got, which was fuck, what was it even called? Gammonic. I literally, the other day I was streaming, I googled like overlay translator and got something called Gammonic, and it was like an overlay and it worked. Yeah, it wasn't very good. It was weird. I think I should probably uninstall that. It's not good to just install random shit and then leave it on there. What do we got? Stormpike's Order. Gotta do that, I guess. Yeah, I probably going to use that. Although I don't really use a VPN much these days. Like, not much need for it. You can just use like temporary ones for like little bits. Although I don't know, based on how the UK government does stuff, maybe you should get one. But yeah, if it's free, then that's good. But then that's the other side of like, I hear good things about Opera, but like free VPNs, it feels a bit weird. Oh, honestly, mate, oh wow, look at this guy. He's got a personal auction house. What a fucking, how much money have you paid? God lord. Well, yeah, the population in here is like nothing. You go to like Westfall, and it's just bonkers. There's that area in the main city next to the tower on the left side where, like, I think the traitor spawns or something, the device traitor guy. And there was literally, like, 40, 50 people there, like, just stacked up. It was insane. Normally there's really not that many people in Stormwind because everyone's just out leveling. Nobody's, like, a lot of the time there's not actually many people, like, in and around the city, but turns out today there is. There's a lot. I guess everyone's like coming back to level up their professions a little bit. In fact, I should probably do a little bit of smelting. Honestly, it could be. It could be like 10k plus. I don't know about the horde zones though, because from what I hear, there's much less new like leveling content for horde as there are. Like, I think the human starting zone is where there's a lot of like new stuff. So people play human a lot, which is understandable. Although I think there's cross, cross faction stuff as well. So it's not the end of the world. It's not like you're locked off. But yeah, we'll go to Westfall, see if it's busy there. But I mean, I think we're like going past peak time now. It's like half 11 at night in Chinese time. So yeah, I don't know. It's a bit weird. Yeah, let's do. If I do /who like 49, or is it 49 plus something? Nah. And then it's one of those servers where the Who panel is like, you can't do anything more than once every like 30 seconds. But yeah, I mean, you see a notification every time somebody hits like level 30 or 40, and I'm seeing like level 40 now. So. You find groups just literally by coming in Group Finder. I can just be like, want to do dead mines, damage, but you have to go there yourself, so yeah. I mean, yeah, shit, there's quite a lot of people here. There's a lot more than this place was literally empty yesterday. While like Goldshire was packed, there was like 2 people here, but different today. But yeah, most of the time you just use the translate add-on. You can like read stuff decently. Like, also on the other side, there's the guild I'm in, Zug. There's like 77 people online right now that are all English speaking, and then there's a dedicated chat channel for English, which is like if you do /join English. So there's like dedicated worldwide chat channel. That's nice. I don't really have a link for the add-on. I got it off. Hang on, let me find it. I got it off the Discord page, which is called Capycraft West. Where is it? There's like add-ons in here. I'll find it. I was thinking I might just do like a video talking about some of the add-ons that I'm using, and then maybe put a link for them. Like if I just copy my add-on folder and put it on Google Drive or something. Because it's up to date. You can do like any of these languages. I turn the translate from like Spanish, French, German off because nobody's speaking these languages, but sometimes it's like if I said like, I don't know, like bonjour as a joke, it'll translate the whole thing from French, but it's like, I didn't need to do that. Yeah, this is on 1.18 because this is literally the only one that has 1.18 working. Like I've been to, where did I go? I think I came here, all the stuff's there, like NPCs, quests are there, everything's all working. The add-on's called Turtle Translator. Yeah, but best place to go is on the Capycraft West is the Discord channel. I mean, if you're playing on here and you're in the Zug Zug Guild, which I'd recommend. In fact, if you're playing and you want to come in the guild, I can add anyone on here. Anyone can add new members and whatnot. Feel free, and then you can just talk in here because everyone always posting add-ons and Discord stuff. But yeah, look at this. There's just like constantly people everywhere. I don't know if I'm. Oh yeah, there's still people here, of course. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get quests done. I mean, like, what the fuck? Is everyone literally just waiting for like the one quest here? Because that's like a hell of a queue. Although I will say these mobs around here, like the boars and the vultures, these were like hyper respawning yesterday. So when I did, for instance, the like 20 mechanical harvest reaper quest, I quite literally just stood still and killed a mob, and then as soon as it dies, you've got just enough time to cast a holy light, and then boom, it spawns again, and you just go again. So yeah, I've seen some people that use like they're like some like HD pack or something to make it look a little bit nicer, but for me, honestly, I love the old school look. Like, I wouldn't want to change it. Although, actually, no, the only thing I would change is sometimes the fog. The distance fog isn't great. Could do with being a little bit... Yeah, it's like maxed out anyway. But I just mean like... I wouldn't mind seeing like the mountain over there. Could be increased a little bit. The messenger, that was it, yeah. Although, no, the messenger's the one out on the path, I think. That one's the... Defias traitor or something, because he's the one where the traitor where you got to like slowly escort him all the way over here. Like honestly, I feel like I'd just skip that quest. Like it's not like achievements. You don't need to complete every single quest in every zone. Yeah, I might get the fog remover thing, but then the fog works up until a point. Like I don't want to be able to see like seeing the next zones look weird, but it's just like seeing like over here clearly would be nicer. Like I want to see here. I don't care about past these mountains or anything, but just to like see a little bit. Now you don't have to use a VPN to use the server. Some people have to use a VPN depending on where you're at to sign up to actually get the account going. Otherwise the sign up ends up not working. But to actually play, what am I at now? 266 ms in the UK, no VPN or anything. And then if I was using a VPN, which I do off stream, it goes down to about 160 to 180. So, see, like, look at that. That, like, instantly respawned, basically. So, you can get stuff done. But the only annoying thing is, like, I came over here to do the Defias Looter and Pillager stuff. And, in fact, is that the compass over there? These looters and pillagers don't instantly respawn. So, like, some of them do, like, these birds and the gore tusks, they do respawn quick, but not some of the Defias stuff. So it's hit and miss. Like, I could sit here and just grind mobs if I wanted. Like, how much XP do I get? Especially with the rested XP as well, it kind of helps. No, it literally was better. It's something to do with the routing server, because it's if I put it on a Hong Kong server, then it ends up like routing something differently, but literally it was a smoother experience. I was surprised, honestly. I was surprised because I would have assumed that wouldn't work, but because I figured that would just be like taking it from my location, pinging it over to Hong Kong, then going over to the server, but I don't know. Something weird. It's internet shit. I don't know internet shit. Oh, no worries, man. That's why I like making the YouTube videos, you know, just like turn off. I like the WoW private server scene, you know. I like it a lot better than Blizzard these days. So it's nice to like convert people onto private servers or stuff like that. There's a bunch of other servers as well that I was going to do some videos on, like interesting, weird little quirky servers, but honestly, I'm just playing this at the moment. And every time I go to make a video on another server, I'm like, I'll hold off. Where's this thing? I was looking for... Oh, it was a simple compass. My character's called Nakor. Where's this compass at? In here? Ah, it'd be in here. Oh, is it going to be like in the fireplace or something? Or this? There you go. I keep having to do this quest. Every time I go back to Stormwind, I'm like, shit, there was a quest that I was meant to do. There we go. Yeah, the annoying thing is these Defias mobs. You've got to kill like 30 of them in total, and they do not respawn quickly. Well, I don't think they do, at least. Like they need to crank the respawns up on these. The balls and stuff respawn quick, but not these ones, which is ugh. Yeah, I know, right? It's funny, like, earlier, people on the guild were talking about how, like, they might be making new servers for... They might make a new server for Asian players and then restore the old Asian accounts back on that server and then move this server to, like, Russia or something. And then people were like, oh, well, you know... Hopefully then the Chinese people can like go home or whatever. And it was like, wait, what are you talking about? This is a Chinese server and you're talking about Chinese people going home to another server. I was like, wait, what? like we're the foreigners here, dude. It's funny. Must have been an American or something. Yeah, I play other private servers as well. I play like Warmane a bunch. That's like Warmane is if you want your like Wrath the Lich King, standard Wrath the Lich King. It just works, you know. There's some pay to win stuff on it, yeah. But at the end of the day, if you want to like smash your face through a bit of Old War, a bit of Trial of the Crusader, a bit of ICC and stuff, then it's basically. I much prefer like Warmane's Onyxia server though, because it's got a bit of progression still to it. Other servers. There's another server that I'm waiting for called Whitemane, which is going to have, I believe, a Cataclysm server like soon. I think when is it? I don't even know. And I miss the Pandaria server, but they're quite good. I like Cataclysm. Well, I like the first half of Cataclysm. The second half of Cataclysm is like, ugh, not my cup of tea. But the first half's great. So I play Whitemane a lot. Whitemane, Warmane. I used to play Stormforge a lot, but that got shut down. So that was annoying. Oh, you're getting nice. Valanir's nice. I wanted to get that on my Holy Paladin. I had one of the other like, not on Christ, not on Onyxia, on one of the previous like cycles. In fact, I don't even know if it was Warmane. It was a server called Frostmourne. It might have been a Stormforge server or a Warmane server. I'm not sure, but I almost got it on that, but ended up stopping playing. Yeah, well, there's still a lot of people, like I'm in the arse end of nowhere out here, and there's still, like, a couple of people around here, like, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think the quests are really, like, oh, shit, I gotta sell up. I don't think the quests are, like, realistically doable. Chromie, yeah, Chromie's one of those ones I haven't checked out yet, Chromiecraft. I kind of want to check that out. I like the idea that they're doing a progression, releasing the content slowly over time. That's kind of nice. Best class if you've never played Classic. It can depend on what you want. If you want, like, flexibility, although actually in Classic, it depends on if it's Classic or Classic Plus. I would be inclined to say something like a Hunter, just because a Hunter's, like, forgiving. You have a pet that can like manage shit for you, that will tank for you. But then if you want a bit more flexibility, I was going to say like paladin or druid. But then on the other hand, people don't really take anything other than like a holy paladin or a resto druid. So then it's like, rogue is really fun if you're into like melee. I'd say like a rogue or a hunter. Rogue is like nice and standard. You get in, attack with your daggers. You get to stealth, which is really nice. As a new player, being able to just like sneak around and avoid stuff, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah, private servers have been around a long time. I remember back in TBC, a friend of mine, there was this new guy at school, and I overheard him talking about World of Warcraft, and I was like, oh shit, talking about WoW. I heard him mention the word like Karazhan or something, and I was like, you talking about WoW? What the fuck? And I was like, oh, well, I told him my server, and they told me that him and another guy were playing on the server called Proudmoore, and I was like, oh, I'll go and check that out tonight when I get back. So I get back from school. Don't need that. Get back from school, and I'm looking down the server list, and I'm like, no, there's no Proudmoore here. I don't know what you're talking about, mate. Turns out it was like a private server. Never even knew that private servers existed. And that was way back in TBC. Yeah, Capycraft is literally Total WoW. There's like everything. I mean, for instance, if you've got like all the new raids and all that shit, like Timbermore Hold, for instance, yeah, all these like new items and new stuff, and it's all there. This is Capycraft is the only one. Oh wow, look at that. Oh wow, I haven't seen that before. Capycraft's the only one that actually has like all of the stuff, all of the dungeons, all of the stuff in the dungeons, the raids, all the stuff, everything. Because they've literally just like, they were people that were involved with Total WoW, so. Oh, look at that, the old Baratheon helmet or something. Yeah, all the other, anything other than like Capycraft are basically just trying the hardest. Yeah, Shaman, Warlock, I'd say Warlock is another one, same category as Hunters, because you get a pet, well you get like a whole menagerie of pets, you know. Yeah, it's literally Total WoW. Like that's the reason why I'm a little bit more like, I'm more happy to play on this server and invest a bit of time in it, because it literally has like a tangible link to Total WoW. Like, this server was mentioned by actual GMs of the Asian Total WoW. When Total WoW was dying in the last like moments, there was a message from the GM, from the Asian GMs that were like, oh, you're good, that was saying to basically play this website. So yeah, all the other servers are just like taking what they can and trying to do something with it. Yeah, new dungeons, there's tons of them. If we go down the list, so what's new? Like Frostmane Hollow, 13 to 20. There's Windhorn Canyon, 25 to 33. Whoop. Dragonmoor Retreat, 26 to 35. The Crescent Grove there. Stormwrought Ruins, Gilneas City, Hateforge Quarry, Karazhan Crypt, Caverns of Time, Black Morass, that's neat. Storming Vault, and then raids you've got Karazhan, Lower and Upper Karazhan, Emerald Sanctum, Timbermore Hold. So yeah, there's all sorts of stuff, like a new item, of course, new items for everything, and some of them have like brand new looks and everything. Like, look at all this stuff. It's like new stuff. That's what's also exciting, because it feels like with vanilla WoW and stuff, all of the items you're just so used to. It's like, okay, time to do the same dungeon that I'm familiar with to get the same items that I'm familiar with and all that. Oh, no, not yet. They haven't added anything new themselves. I don't know how long it'll be until Capybara ends up like adding their own stuff, but who knows. I imagine they'll like maybe do something. But yeah, that's why like I was having a look. I was having to think about playing Chronos. Was it Chronos 5 or whatever? But I just can't bring myself to play through vanilla again and do like all that stuff again when there's something like this available, where there's just new stuff. Like, I mean, I started this stream doing the Frostmane Hollow, and it's like, it's new. There's even like new sounds, new music and stuff. It's nice. There's also world bosses as well. I don't know I'm like the Dark Reaver of Carrot. Oh my god, look at this. Spell damage, two-handed axe. What the fuck? Like, I love that. Like Shaman Shield, or maybe Holy Paladin. There's all sorts of cool stuff. There really is a lot of stuff. Exactly, yeah. And the other thing is, right, a lot of people are put off from the server from the fact that it's Chinese, right? But think of it as a novelty. Like, yeah, for PvP the ping is pretty shitty, 260, but hey. The novelty is that you can't really like communicate super well with like all of these people. Chinese. Oh no, communicate with that guy. Chinese there again. I can understand what they're saying, but they might not know what I'm saying, and that's kind of fun in a way, because I get to have all these emotes and just like try and make it work. Like, I don't need to know what they're saying most of the time, and if they're saying like, stop, I need to drink mana, or you know, I need mana, it's like they don't need to see that. I can see that they've got mana. There's like so much, 95% of communication in WoW is irrelevant. You don't need it. I can see when you're low on mana. I can see when you're stood next to the corpse of a mob that you need for a quest. I can see that. We'll group up and we'll do it together. You know what I mean? There's like the telepathic shit in WoW where everyone just knows what they're doing. So it's nice. Late game stuff, sure. Raiding, you're going to need to communicate. But then with raiding, you just get in a guild that's English speaking. Simple as. And then there's a whole Discord here full of like hundreds and hundreds of people that are English speaking. And then there's a world chat here which is English speaking. / join English. So yeah, it's alright. I haven't heard much about any of the Octo dev stuff. It's just like I don't want to be like rude to like I don't want to be rude to Octo devs and stuff, but the reality is that like I have no doubt that the Octo devs have like passion, but I don't know that they actually have the knowledge or the files to back that up. Whereas the people running this, they can back that shit up by the fact that like new dungeons work, there's NPCs and all that. So it feels very hollow for Octo WoW to say we've updated to 1.18 and then end up saying, by the way, all of the stuff that makes 1.18 isn't in the game. So it's like, it's not really 1.18 though, is it? You know, you can say that it is, but if all the stuff that makes it that isn't in the game, then what's the point, man? Oh, is that really how? Because somebody else mentioned, or it might have been you, in fact, that mentioned Project Snapjaw. I haven't really heard of it. Let me have a look. Because that I could see that I could see that working. I could see that happening. Like, as soon as there's open source stuff out there for Turtle WoW, somebody's going to come along and go, right, let's just open up a quick and easy cash shop, get the server up, make a bit of money, simple as. So, yeah. But, I mean, hey, if you want to, like, make a server, like, it's a profitable thing to run a private server, right? I imagine. I mean, look at the fucking donation page. But, like, I don't care if you're making profit from the servers. Just put up a server that is, like, consistent and that works. And make as much money as you want. As long as you don't fill it with the, like, weird shit. Like, as long as all the mounts are, like, in keeping, which, like, they are, you know what I mean? None of these are, like, are any of these really, like, over-the-top crazy mounts? That's kind of, but then also fine. Like, nothing seems crazy. Meanwhile, you go on, like, Blizzard, you open up Battle.net Launcher, and it's like, here's a fucking, like, jizzing firecracker riding a elephant balloon with sparkling lasers flying out of its fucking eyeballs for $39.99. And it's like, nah. The vibe's gone, dude. As long as the vibes in, like, make as much money as you want from this shit, but as like, keep the vibes, man. Like this is like, they look fine. That looks absolutely fine. Glyphs and pets, I'm like, sure, whatever. Make whatever fucking money you want, but keep the vibe there. Don't start doing this weird bullshit with crazy transmog. You know what I mean? Like they put a $12.99 transmog where it's just like an Adidas tracksuit in green, and then next month for another $12.99 you can get the same thing in pink, and then the next month for another $12.99 you can get the same thing in purple. It's like, ugh. Who cares, dude? I don't know if they would port to 3.3.5 because the whole thing is like, it's built. It's built. I mean, I'm pretty sure Turtle is built on like an old version of vanilla, because like I had to get an add-on. Literally had to get an add-on just to be able to see these stats. Like, it doesn't show these by default. It's like an old version of WoW that they've built on top of. So if they're gonna if you're gonna change anything, it's gonna be built on top of the old stuff. Man, not many people queuing up for the old Dead Mines. Like, I think you can tell it's old by the fact that, see, like when you strafe, see how it does that like the instant turn. That's like old WoW. Sometimes it's like where you can sometimes get the moonwalk, you know. I remember that from back in the day, being able to sometimes like moonwalk. 1.12 client, yeah. Which is like, it has its pluses and it has its downsides, you know. That's why, like, it's like with Blizzard's classic, whatever, what is it? Yeah, it is classic. They have the like modern features where you can bump the graphics. None of that I really care about. The only thing I care about in that, and the reason I vaguely like that Blizzard Classic, is just the party frames. The fact that you can have raid-style party frames with class colours. That's all I care about. But what do they do on this server? They do exactly that. They have the class frame. You can, like, have party-style group frames, which is like, boom, that'll do. That's all I need. You know? I love that. It means you don't have to get, like, what do you call it? Like Healbot or something. I realised I should probably go and like just kill mobs. Wait, that's not... I don't remember that being there. I should probably go and kill some mobs while I'm waiting to get in this fucking Dead Mines group. Or... oh wow, that's the first time I've seen an English listing there. Wow. Was this in Classic? I don't feel like I recognise this. Weird. That's a nice shot with the windmill. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Dead Mines has got anything different, because I noticed there's what is it? It's like this guy, some boss that drops a trinket, poison stuff. Also, it'd be nice to get a two-handed weapon from there as well. Yeah, it works really well. The stutter stuff, like, I found that when I first booted this up, it felt like absolute shit. But when you get something, I think it's called vanilla tweaks or something like that, it's really good. Suddenly now, like, I'm not having any issues, you know. That was something that I really feel like you have to have. What is it called? Well, vanilla tweaks, yeah. There's the thing, if you look up Turtle WoW client fixes and tweaks, you'll see it. Vanilla fixes, there it is. Something about the DXVK version, whatever. And then you end up, you got to launch it from vanilla fixes, which is like a little vanilla ice cream cone, but it just makes the game run like, well, run at all, really. Without that fixes thing, it's like, it's grim. So probably respawn in here in this. Yeah, look at that. You can just stand here and just kill the same thing. Jesus. May as well post in like world chat about Dead Mines. Ah, shit. That's the thing. If you don't loot stuff quickly, your loot will disappear. So that's something to be wary of. Come on, respawn. I pretend I'm going to run away and then come back. No. It's funny, sometimes I feel like they need to crank the respawns up, but then other times it's just horrible. Like, if you're in a cave, it's horrible. Gonna get that. They're like 200 XP a kill with the rested XP bonus. It's not bad. Yeah, gnome priests feels like why wouldn't they have a gnome priest, you know what I mean? Dwarf warlock feels like cursed as fuck. Like, I've got no reason to say that, but it just feels weird. No, to a little dwarf warlock, like, it's just, I don't know why that's weird. Like, gnome priest feels less weird. Alright. No, I was gonna say, does that translate? FG deadlines. I need to find a nice spot where there's like hyper spawning mobs and I'll just like grind this shit out whilst I wait for this Dead Mines group. Because these quests are like, doesn't feel very doable. Not at the moment. Yeah, I feel like that would be better to have like Shaman Dwarf rather than Warlock Dwarf. But then I don't know if they want to hold on to the sort of they want to like hold on to the exclusivity between Paladin and Shaman maybe. Which is fair dues. That's like one of those like a vanilla vibe kind of thing. Yeah, this is a Chinese Turtle WoW server. It's currently the most official Turtle WoW thing going. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like Priest should be like the caster version of like a warrior. Like every race could use a warrior. Should also be every race could use a yeah, oh, you mean like separate the word, like dead? Oh no, there's not much there. Oh well, I mean it'll queue if there's a group. I did the other dungeon by just queuing up like this and it worked alright. Honestly, I'd have to wait and see, but I'm struggling to see how like Classic Plus is going to be better than Turtle WoW. Because like even if Classic Plus released and they added a bunch of content, you're talking like a lot of content added to get it even to the same level as Turtle WoW. At which point, like, why would anyone invest their time on like, you know, Classic Plus over Turtle WoW? Like, I don't know. Like, I look through the dungeons on here and I'm like, hell yeah, I'm excited to do, like, Stormwind Vault and Black Morass and raid, like, Karazhan and Emerald Sanctum and Timbermore Hold, but how much is Blizzard going to be able to do? I don't know. Also, yeah, the bots, like, private servers somehow are just, like, easy to be able to get rid of bots. They get rid of, like, real money trading people, they get rid of bots. Although I suppose it's probably to do with the fact that like the only income of private servers is like donation store stuff, whereas with Blizzard they get their subscription money and then they're out. They're like, whatever, who cares if people really buy gold? I don't know. I feel like Blizzard Blizzard isn't putting the effort in, and it really shows. And then they wonder why people don't want to play their game. It's like, what are you gonna do? Yeah, exactly. Like the amount of content that Blizzard would put out, Blizzard would do like one of these islands, and they would put that out for like a $12.99 DLC thing or something. I feel like that's how it's going to end up going. Blizzard is literally going to put out just one small... They're going to put out 10% of the content Total WoW has, and they'll charge a one-time price of like $10. And it will take like 5 years for them to catch up to Total WoW. At which point everyone would have played the shit out of Total WoW, had a good time, and moved on to another game. So it's like, I don't know. I struggle to see how Blizzard wins this fight with Total WoW, other than literally going to Total WoW and saying, we lose, you win, let us give you an official license from Blizzard, and you just give us like a cut of the money. You know what I mean? Something like that. That's one of the only last things you can do, you know? Blizzard needs to understand that like they are not the people doing the most innovative things with their own IP address. And they need to, like, you know, let it go to a degree. It reminds me of, like, what's the company that had, did Lord of the Rings Shadow of Mordor thing? They had that Nemesis system. Great fucking system. Love it. And then they, like, patent that shit and nobody else can use it. It's like, come on, dude. Let it go. Let other people use this shit because it's really cool. Same thing with Blizzard. Other people are doing really cool stuff with WoW. Let them do it. Sell them a license or like rent them a license. Just be like, hey, give us like a cut of the profits and then whatever. Because clearly Blizzard only wants profits. So let other people fucking do the good shit with their IP and you can take a bit of profit, you know? And then you can actually have the official name on it and the official license and you can like not worry about getting shut down. I don't know. Something. Christ. Because you just can't trust Blizzard these days. It's miserable. You know, I've been playing WoW for over 20 fucking years. Every single expansion, it's the same thing. It's like, we've learned from our mistakes and we're excited to do this new thing and oh, it's going to be amazing. And then it's like, it's the same shit. You've added some system that nobody cares about. You've made a couple of like, you've done like, I don't know, 100 new little storylines, and like 2 of them are actually kind of interesting, and the rest are just bloat. And you've made like 1 armor set for each armor spec, and then you've recolored it 4 times, so that's like 1 armor set for the quests, 1 armor set for the dungeons, 1 armor set for the raids. Same thing, different color. It's like, fucking hell, man. Jesus. And then you look at the classic WoW stuff, and it's like, wow. Some of the like, the few times I play retail, I literally only ever use. Oh, you're gonna no. I only ever use the vanilla transmogs because I think they look fucking great. Meanwhile, the modern WoW stuff is like crazy, over the top, glowing, floating shit, and like, it's so weird. It's more like the modern armor sets aren't like armor on your character. The modern armor sets are basically like a whole new model. Your face is covered in some like animal face with shoulder pads and shit. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, I can see what Chinese people type. It only translates. Like if I look, let me move my camera out of the way, right? In the chat. So the blue text is the translate. So somebody yelled something here, which then it says TT, which is total translate from Chinese. Stop feeding the rage baiting troll. Stuff like that. Sometimes it translates stuff that didn't need translating though, but like that. He said, okay, bro. And it's like, hey, I've translated that from Chinese for you. It's like, that didn't need translating, dude. But yeah. It works enough that, like, if you're in a group and there's somebody saying, like, hey, pull the next mob or whatever, it works enough. This is Capybara Paradise or Capycraft.io. Whatever they want to... I don't know what the official name is. But yeah. This is like the new Total WoW. Oh, I know, right? Default kit. That's the thing as well. Even Blizzard sometimes like basically admits like, oh, you have to use transmog because obviously all the armor looks like total shit. Like, I'm not. I think like, my character looks a little goofy, but he looks like fine. You know, he's got some mail on. He's got some red gauntlets. A bit weird, but whatever. But in retail, it would be this weird like you have to have the whole set or not. Yeah, I know. It's just like an animal. I guess a turtle is like a chill sort of animal. A capybara is pretty chill, but Capybara Paradise is a bit like, I don't know. I think on the website they called it Capycraft, but then they also say like Capybara Paradise, and then I wonder how much of it is just like the weird translation between Chinese to English. Maybe it sounds better in Chinese or something. But I think I just call it like Capycraft. That makes more sense. Or you can just call it fucking turtle. Call it Chinese turtle. Man, it's taking a long time to get into dead mines here. Oof. Why not? I mean, what would you call it? Like, yeah. I mean, what are the other private servers called? Like, Warmain and Frostmourne or Stormforge. It does sound Capybara. Now that I think about it, if you take the context of like World of Warcraft out the way, and someone was like, "Oh, I'm playing this new game called Capybara Paradise," you'd be like, "What in the fucking Facebook farm game is that shit?" You know what I mean? I've got to go and I've got to harvest my pineapples in Capybara Paradise. Elysium, yeah, like that's a good name. Nostalrius. Nostalrius is a good name. Like you got the nostalgic like thing. Classic WoW gear is like absolutely the good shit. I love it. I just love all of the. I mean, the new stuff they've added as well for this. It's like in keeping. You know what I mean? Like that's a new helmet, but that's like still vanilla-y. In retail, the eyes would be like emanating a massive fucking glowing ball thing. Oh shit, dead mines. And the horns would be like 12 feet long, and they'd be flapping around and shit. It's like, damn, dude, you don't need to do that. Wow, that's a pretty cool fist weapon. But yeah, like, I don't know. I think Total WoW have done a really good job of actually making new stuff, keeping the vanilla vibe. And that's why I worry about Blizzard doing Classic Plus, because they're just going to do some weird shit. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some stuff that, let me sit down a bit. There's some stuff that Blizzard could, like, basically copy in a way from retail to, like, save time. But I don't want them to be, like, taking style notes from retail. It's, like, weird. Like, for instance, I was thinking about how... Move the camera over. I was thinking about how Classic Plus could do, like, Kultiras stuff, right? Because the Kultiras stuff in... Was it Battle for Azeroth, I think? Who fucking even remembers that shit? Like, Kultiras is meant to be a really important faction, and yet here it was in Battle for Azeroth and I barely remember it. But anyway, they could take stuff like... They could take some of the, like, armor models and some of the, like, scenery stuff from Kultiras and use that. That would be fine. But then if you're, like... I don't want them to take armor sets from, like, Cataclysm or whatever. I don't know. I was just thinking of how they should really do some Kultiras stuff. Put Kultiras in... It's an Azeroth thing. Put it closer. Put it, like, here. And have a nice flight path from, like, Dunmoreau or something. You can even put it in here. So I think it's meant to be either in here or just out here. Have Kultiras. Have, like, a troll thing and all that. I don't know. There's so many ideas for Classic Plus. And I guarantee the ideas they'll go for will be the shit ones. Yeah, I know, right? In fact, yeah, there's no capybaras in WoW at all. Oh, there's a tin mine. Damn. Although I say that, I wonder if there's like a... Wouldn't be surprised if there's like a pet or something. Oh my god, what the fuck is that? Biscuit? No, not quite a capybara. Black Tau book, did that say? That doesn't look like a Tau book to me. Stag, bear. Although I suppose, oh no, it's turtle, isn't it? Obviously, yeah. I was forgetting, like, this is made by Turtle WoW, not Capybara. Where's everyone? So we summoning? I need to wave this guy. Come over here. Please turn around. It's like the one guy in the group that's Chinese is the one guy that I'm trying to fucking talk to. I don't know, the cash shop thing for Classic Plus. I feel like I don't mind a cash shop like this if there's no like subscription fee, you know? Like I'm not paying a monthly subscription. Sure, if this is how they want to fund it. Some of this stuff I don't like this stuff. I'll be honest, I don't like the gameplay tab. But you want to have like a mount or stuff like that, go for it. It funds the stuff. You know, you can let the whales basically just fund stuff. Oh, that's what that is. You can't... I thought this was a summoning stone. Turns out it's like something else. Already in a full group. Man, I thought that the Dungeon Finder, I thought it would be like the standard manners is that you have to like be at the dungeon and then like I would never sign up for a group finder in this when there's no summons. I would never sign up for this unless I was at the dungeon. You know what I mean? I don't want to like waste people's time. Whatever. Yeah, they already have bulky humans. There's some of them in Stormwind, in fact, in this. There's lots of stuff that Blizzard can reuse for Classic Plus, but I just hope they use it right. Like for instance, with the Kul Tiras thing, yeah, they could take a lot of Kul Tiras assets. They could take the like scenery stuff, the little like building stuff, and make a new Kul Tiras. But I don't want them to just take Kul Tiras the city from BFA and put it in Classic Plus. That's shitty. That's like you're copy and pasting way too much. But if they just utilize some of the textures, some of the little like scenery assets, that's great. It saves time. Yeah, I know. I don't mind the no dungeon TP thing. The only thing I don't like is when people are in Durotar and they sign up for Dead Mines, because now it's like what are we doing here? Like, are you on your way? Like, how are you getting here? Don't sign up for something. But I'm the group leader, fuck it. Uninvite. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna fucking do? Like, where are you? Get yourself to fucking Dead Mines. If there's no summon. I say that, I wonder if the Warlock had a summon, who knows? If it's the same people that joined, I'd laugh so fucking hard. Westfall and Westfall. There you go. See? They're in Westfall. That's more like it. Yeah, I feel like if you're gonna sign up for the Dungeon Finder thing in here, at least be in like the zone. Like I came here, signed up, and then go and kill some mobs nearby. That's fair. But don't be signing up for shit and then being in fucking Durotar as the Horde. Like you can't get here from Durotar easily. Is this guy outside or inside? I feel like we should go in as a group, right? Feels a bit safer. Where are they at? But then again, I'm like socially awkward, so I feel like I really don't want to like. I hate joining a group and then seeing that everyone's waiting for me. It's like, oh fuck. How do I get rid of pets here? Pets. Oh, it's still there. I might need a reload. The party frames on this are weird. Sometimes you happen to reload. Yeah, I get that. It's nicer to like hang around for a bit. It's just I just don't like it when I just like just be near the dungeon. That's the main thing. But yeah, they're definitely like the retail WoW. You do have the problem where it's like, especially in Mythic Plus. The last time I did a Mythic Plus, in fact, was horrible. Where it was like some guy I think was wanting to do some like fucking world record timer or something, and it was like one misstep, and they're like, right, no, let's abandon this, delete this. I don't want this on my permanent record. Abandon. And I'm like, fuck you, I'm not abandoning. Like nobody else in the group wanted to abandon. We're like, brother, we just want to get the dungeon done. It's like the last dungeon of the night. Like all of us are gonna go to bed. It was like 3 guildies and then 2 pugs. It's like, brother, we're going to bed after this, and you want to abandon it like halfway? No, go away. People are so ready to just quit, leave. Yeah. Oh, the arrows thing, yeah. Well, to be fair, they have a thing on here for that now. Where is it? You can get is it that one? Yeah, Squire Bolt Fling. Summon a knight's trusty squire to provide you with top quality ammo. Yeah. I mean, it's 200 coins. I don't know, what's that? 200 coins I think is like $12 or something. Oh, are we almost all here? Druid almost here? Nice. Here we go. Oh, is there? I didn't know there was a horde TP. Yeah, that's handy. Although, well then I don't feel too bad. Excuse me. I don't feel too bad about kicking those people though, because they were in Barrens. So they were stood around doing nothing in Barrens, and I'm like, you're not going to be able to get here like in a reasonable time, so I uninvited them. So yeah, retail is like, I don't know. Retail is like very casual. Oh, well, actually no. It's weird. Retail is like very casual and at the same time very hardcore, which is really weird. It's casual in the sense that you could literally just like make your house pretty and farm transmogs and all that shit, whilst at the same time do like fucking insanely difficult like mythic stuff, which is like, I understand the mythic stuff is the sort of like, I should have needed that really. I understand how people like it, but it's just not my cup of tea. It's so brutal. I like a mythic. I like a difficult raid, but the mythic dungeon stuff feels a bit like, It was a bit underwhelming. I don't like. I mainly just don't like doing like the same dungeon a million times. You know, let me do it like 4 or 5 times to get some loot. But when it's like there was some shit where I had to get like a ring or something, and the guy in the guild was like, "Oh, no worries, we'll just spam that dungeon like 10 times." I'm like, really? Is that going to be like my whole like evening session of playing WoW? Is doing like Pit of Sauron 10 times in a row? Is that really how we're doing this? Ugh, doesn't feel great. Game hack on their client. I don't know. This client is just like, this client is literally just straight up from the Capycraft website. It's the Chinese client. There's no like launcher or anything. It's just the client straight up. And from what I understand, it's absolutely fine. But who knows? For all I know, it could have a Trojan in it, and fair dues. I wouldn't really care. It is what it is. I'll wipe and reinstall. Who cares? Whoa, that's a rare. Can we nab the tag on that and get some loot? I mean, obviously, like, play all private servers at your own risk. You know, if you got to download a client from the private server's website and stuff, you got to play at your own risk. But I feel like if you're playing on private servers, you should be able to like have the ability. Like, if there's really a Trojan or whatnot, you can just pull the plug out of the PC, take the drive out, wipe that shit, reinstall it, and you're back in like a couple of hours, if that. So it's pretty chill. Although I did used to run a computer repair shop, so we did that shit all the time. Yeah, but it's like, I get that like you can do the like 10 dungeons, 100 dungeons in a row, but like, fuck, do I want to? That's the thing. It's raining. What, in the what's it called? Maldives. Because it's lovely and sunny here. I wondered what you meant at first. I thought like in here. I'm in a cave here. Oh, I think they've already run in. We're out here like killing these random mobs for no reason. That's the other thing as well. Add-ons in retail, it becomes just a game of just do what the add-on says. And that's it. It's just a bit like ugh, a bit underwhelming. I hope that wouldn't be a thing, but who knows, man? Who knows? Microsoft could be a real pain if they did something like that, but I don't think they would do something that drastic, maybe. Although, if they would, people would find a way around it, so... Yeah. But then again, like, de novo and stuff on games and stuff, anti-piracy stuff, that was solid until it wasn't, and now you can play whatever games you want, no problem. So who knows, man? Things change. And failing that, maybe it's time for Linux if that ever happened. Uh-oh. Oh, there you go. I imagine it would be. To be fair, like Linux, I feel like in the grand scheme of things, we could all do with like swerving away from Windows a little bit, if possible. Ooh, what have I got? I'll do. That's a whole nother section of... Wait, what? Like looking over there, like, damn, that's a whole other section over there. That's a whole nother section as well. Ooh. So there's new stuff in the dead mines. Cool. Ooh. Oh yeah, can do. Whoops, daisy. Yeah, it's funny. I've said that a couple of times where if you can't talk because you can't talk in game until level 10, it's hard to get into the guild. So people come into the live stream and just be like, "Hey, dude, can you invite me to the guild?" I mean, shit, dude, it works. Otherwise, there's like no way to like get an invite until level 10. Yeah, Zug. Quite a lot of people. Although, oh no, there's off. Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, damn, only 87 members, but no, it's like 400. What levels, everyone? We got. Wow, look at that. Level 40. My God, I feel like the bulk of people are like higher level than I thought they would be. Damn. Uh-oh. Healer's got no water. Yeah. Are we all in Zugzug here? Oh no, like 3 of us. To be fair, it's not like it's not some like secretive sect of players that are part of the guild. It's literally like the biggest English-speaking guild on the server. Wow, they really did a good job of this, adding this bit. Look at this. All sorts of shit in here. That's the other thing. The fact that they're like adding new stuff to existing stuff is nice. The chat add-on I use is called Turtle Translator. But I ended up having to get it off the Discord for this. Which is called, I think it's called Capycraft West. In fact, I wonder if I can do... How do you do the thing where you like do the link? I'll post it here. That's the Discord. That's where I ended up getting like most of the add-ons and information and stuff about this. Well, if you got into a Chinese guild, are you Chinese or are you like struggling to understand what they're saying? Oh yeah, Titan. I kind of want to check that out, but I don't know. It's not as much my like favorite kind of style of gameplay, but it does look interesting. Most of it I wasn't interested in until I saw the thing about the legendaries, and then like you upgrade them and all that. That feels really interesting. And then you like keep them throughout the whole way, upgrade them and all that. Yeah, I think the only other thing I could do with is yeah, you can translate messages to a language with that. But then I'm like, I don't know if that's... I suppose if I was in a group with just Chinese players, I could turn that on, maybe. And then... But when you're in a group with mixed people, I don't want to then like start talking Chinese. It complicates things. Yeah, I know, right? I know, yeah, because I forget about that. Like, WoW was like fully shut down in China and all that. I remember seeing all the like memorials and stuff of people like mourning their characters and shit. That was not that long ago. That was that whole weird thing with NetEase, I think, wasn't it? I mean, I should know. I made like a video on it, kind of shit. Oh, Jared Voss. Is he related to, what's it, Lillian Voss or whatever? Lillian Voss, was that in, like Stratholm or something? Skolmance. Or Scholomance. Yeah, it's interesting to see that like in the modern world you could play an online game from like from literally the opposite side of the world, and it still runs decently. You know, that's interesting. Especially if I use the VPN on Hong Kong, I'd be down to like probably like 160, 170 latency, but I just don't use it while I'm streaming. I feel like YouTube would be like really confused as to why the stream's coming from Hong Kong. Need to maybe find a way that you can like route the VPN into like WoW, but not through like something else. I don't know. Yeah, I know, right? That's a long time, and then like 4 months until news, not until like who knows. Although I don't know. There's a tiny part of me, although I almost don't want to say it out loud, but there's a tiny part of me that thinks that Blizzard could end up like just dropping the thing at BlizzCon and being like, they're showing a trailer and then they're going to be like, and you can play it now, but Then I realised it's Blizzard and they don't do shit like that, so that's not going to happen. Realistically, I imagine, like, they've got Wrath of the Lich King Anniversary coming out, which would be big for Blizzard because people love Wrath. They'll sell a bunch of the level boosts for that. They'll get to, like, the end of the Old WoW patch, maybe, and then... Or maybe even they'll get to the whole end of ICC, and then they'll put out Classic Plus. Oh, I haven't seen any skeleton stuff, actually. I forgot about that. Although this isn't, like, official Blizzard stuff. This is, like, Turtle WoW, so they probably don't care about all the censorship shit. I mean, seeing the fucking world chat sometimes, I'm sure they don't care about censorship. Good lord. There's a reason why I cover it up. It's rough. So every now and then you'll see me, like, look down at chat and go, oh, like, what the fuck is that? That's a new slur that I've never even heard of. I think that was one of the first things I saw when I logged in. Was one of the Chinese players was like, the people in Zug Zug are being racist against Chinese people, and it's like, oh fuck. Somebody needs to make another English guild. Fucking hell. Oh, but oh no, it's not the first boss, is it? We've already had one. We've had one boss, but what about second boss? Yeah, I think this guy... They changed the loot on this guy, I think. Raxor. It used to be... I swear his hammer was better than that. And I can't even use the two-handed axe, of course. Bastard. Where's that? Ironforge, maybe, for that. I mean, the gloves would be fine, but don't need defense. Yeah. Well, yeah, I got the... You get the Chinese client, and then you got to delete a file, and then add fonts, and now you can get... Everything is in English. I mean, the chat's in English. Look, if you look at the chat log, like... It's not much speaking that's happening in Chinese. You know what I mean? And anything that is in Chinese, it ends up translating. Like... Well, that's meant to be a translate, but it doesn't really... In fact, I know there's like nothing in Chinese. So yeah, it's absolutely fine. I've seen a lot of people that don't want to play because it's like, they think that it's like all in Chinese, but realistically it's not that bad. You can get this on capycraft.io. I've got a video on my channel, in fact, about like installing it and doing the like setup to get, because you got to do some stuff to get it to work in English properly. Because the problem is that if you, when you download the client from their site, by default, everything is in Chinese. Like the font, the text, everything is in Chinese. And then you delete a certain thing. Is that the tank want that? I'll let the tank have that. You delete a certain file and it makes it in English, but then it makes it so that all the Chinese text is like invisible, which is also no good. So you have to add fonts. Basically, you need a font that has like English and Chinese in it, which is why the font is like tiny bit different from like regular WoW. Although I'm kind of used to it now. This looks like the default font, but I realise it's a different font. Yeah, I imagine that's what I thought with Zug Zug. It's like there's so many people in it. It's just like it's a cesspool guild, you know. It's just anyone playing whatsoever will just get in here. So it's like the chat is always weird, you know. Probably shouldn't have scrolled to the chat earlier just like that. You'll end up seeing some like mad shit. But you know, it's busy. I like to be able to like try and get some like news and shit from the chat, see what's going on. Yeah, I know. I was literally just thinking that. Like, I'm going to end up going back to, like TBC Anniversary or something, and feel like the font's all weird. Less spirit. Yeah, it's China ping. Whoa, it's gone up. In fact, it's normally like 260 for me. or it should normally 250, but right now it's like 300. That's interesting because the last dungeon I was in, it went up to about 290. But yeah, I'm literally like as far away from China as you can get. I'm in the UK, so it's like the opposite. But with a VPN, if you use a Hong Kong VPN, you can get it down to about 160. So that's not bad at all. But yeah, if you're wanting to like do some like high rating PvP or whatever, might not be the one to play on. But then again, I don't feel like Turtle WoW is like a PvP server. I don't really know if they've added any. I mean, there's arenas, there's like skirmishes and stuff, so I guess that's different. I don't know. I'd give it a go, but I wouldn't want to like dedicate my time to PvPing with like 200 plus ping. Oh, I did the wrong thing there. That's 9% haste from Crusader Strike Gone. That's the Turtle Translate add-on. It translates like decently enough. See, look, here's an example. I'll show you. Somebody in chat put this message. Sometimes the translate message somehow comes before the message, but you can see like that's a message in Chinese and it's now translated. We okay? Delete accept troll. I don't know what they're talking about, but yeah. So you can see how it does like translate stuff. I know, right? That's like, yeah, but that's like a player-based thing. I feel like with WoW forever now. With WoW, the millisecond anything new drops, everyone's like, right, time to do all of the things within 39 milliseconds. It's like, ugh. Gotta really take the fucking joy out of it, eh? Like, Christ, man. Let it breathe for a minute. The other weird thing is, people on TBC Anniversary do a weird thing where some people that are in a guild will literally, like, miss the first 2 weeks of raiding and then turn up when it's easier. I don't get that. There's a lot of people that play modern WoW now that are obsessed with making the game as easy as possible. But like, sometimes it's a bit of challenge. Like, it's not a hard challenge. The challenge is fun. If you're raiding like TBC stuff, the challenge is the fun. Why are you excited to turn up to like face roll shit in 40 minutes? Like, I don't know. I've never found that fun, you know? Holy scam, what, the tank? Paladin? Bruv, the scam's Blizzard, let's be honest. Oh. Not an up-to-date rank of that. Rank 3. Yeah. Feels a bit weak. See, sometimes I forget with like vanilla where you gotta put the actual new rank on the bar. Rank 2? Yeah. It's still recharging. Yeah, pretty good so far. I haven't had any like problems, haven't had any disconnects. MS is a little bit high at the moment. Should be around 250, but it's like 290, but doesn't really feel very laggy, you know. The only other thing that's a little bit shitty is that there is a queue now. So it's like it's even more populated, and there's a queue to log. Well, there was a queue like a couple of hours ago. When did I start? Like 2.5 hours ago. I had to wait about 20 minutes to get in. So, yeah, yeah, I get that, but like you can get drunk and like it's the stuff that like it's not really that sort of challenge. I just mean that like the thing that I'm not into with WoW is when people will spend like 4 hours getting every single world buff and spend like however much gold to get every single flask, potion, elixir, pre-potting potions on like trash packs so that they can do a raid in like 34 minutes instead of 37 minutes. That's like, I'm not into that. I don't like the weird thing where people are obsessed with like speed running shit. There's no official like speed running thing. Like, what's it for? The fun I find in WoW is literally just like having a laugh, just like sitting well, back in the day it was like sitting in Vent or sitting in like fucking Mumble and just chatting shit while you raid. Because none of the raids outside of like retail mythic stuff, none of the raids are difficult. They've never been difficult. They're never gonna be difficult, you know? It's like basic coordination, and that's the fun thing. Getting basic coordination between like 20 people. It's good fun. But I just don't like the weird, like, the min-maxing that people do. Everything has to be like 100% bis, and you need to have every single buff, and you need to have every single consume, and every single thing ready to go, and you have to pass 100 to do like a 20-year-old raid. It's like, if you feel the need to do that, there's something wrong. Oh yeah, there's a lot of hunters here. Hell of a lot. But I think there were some changes to do with the pets or something. Which is kind of interesting. Like, I'd try Hunter just to see the new changes, but it does feel like there's going to be a lot of competition if you're trying to get into like raids as a Hunter. Although then again, I think they do good damage, so maybe they'd get stacked. But yeah, exactly. That's nice. Like, I'm honestly, I'm happy to raid without consumes, without world buffs. I don't mind like wiping. I'm fine. I just enjoy the more casual playstyle, regardless if we like get bosses down or not. It is what it is, you know. I would rather like wipe on a boss and have a memorable, like, funny moment from it. Like the last time I played retail, I was playing in a guild that wasn't very good, and we were like a bit slow, but it was always fun to raid on, fun to raid with. Everyone was having a laugh, and we're like. Sometimes you'd wipe in a certain way and it's just funny. I mean, it's just like a memorable joke. That's much more memorable than going in with a guild who are like, everything best in slot, perfect, clear the boss and clear the raid in 29 minutes and then go off and do something else. Like, yeah, Warlock, like, I feel like Warlock should be as popular, but then I think with Hunter it's easier that you can literally like send pet in, auto attack, and you do so much damage. Whereas with Warlock you've got to like manage mana a little bit, so it ends up being less like enjoyable, I guess. Although I think the other thing with Hunter is the fact that you can choose your pet and you can name your pet, and it's like a personal thing. People love that shit. I mean, I do. I like Hunter, but yeah, it's just too populated. I say that as I play Paladin. Paladin's always the like most populated, but Paladin is like Paladin was my OG vanilla class. Yeah, vanilla Hunter is really nice. Like being able to hold all the weapons. I mean, it's annoying for your like raid mates, teammates, and stuff. The old joke about how literally everything is Hunter gear, but it is. I think it makes more sense, you know, than retail where they got rid of it. It's a bit weird. They should have some like close range weapon. Even if they just changed it to where it was like they could change Hunter almost to be like a one-handed dagger with nothing in their offhand sort of thing, you know, and have a bonus for that or something. I just think of a Hunter being like a survivalist, you know, they're like easy. Yeah, exactly. You don't. Well, you say that actually. Paladin like. Depends what you mean by win. Like, win what? most people that play Paladin are like not using all of their hands and blessings, and they're not going to be purifying people all the time and all that. Yeah. Well, no, of course they can't use mace, yeah. That's for me. Yeah, I don't know, I'd say like Hunter's probably the easiest class for sure. But it's fun, you know, it's easy, it's like it's enjoyable. You've got customization with the pet. You've got a personal tank that you can just heal from range. You don't have to have as much responsibility or anything. Like, as in, like, there's no... Oh, look at that, that's new. You can't tank or heal as him. But Paladin, I'm looking forward to when I hit 60. I want to, at some point, get dual spec and do Holy. Because it looks kind of interesting. Weaving in the Holy Strike and all that. I don't know, I kind of want to try all the classes, to be honest. Like, I'm looking through all the... Yeah, see, although, to be fair, I don't think you have to seal twist. There's some changes to rhett. I don't know exactly what it is. Oh, I see. But yeah, I see a lot of it is like, keep up your 3 stacks of Crusader Strike. You get like 9% haste from that. I mean, when you think compared to like vanilla rhett Paladin, just alone getting like, having Crusader Strike and having it give you a 30-second buff that will do like 9% haste. That's pretty decent. And then I think they buffed Seal of Command on patch 1.18, which is nice. I think it's like more ticks per minute or something. Nice. Also the Holy Strike. I like Holy... Once you've got your 3 stacks of Crusader Strike, you can do Holy Strike, which is just free. Costs 12 mana, but then it restores 12 mana. And exactly. I read... The other day, when I made this character, I was going to play Prot, because I read that rhett was, like, terrible. But then I saw another thing that was based on 1.18, where they had, like, changed the server. It's weird. But if I have retail WoW, I have a subscription. Like, I just pay with gold. You spend, like, a day farming gold, and you can have, like, a couple months subscription. Like, I'm just not interested in paying Blizzard money, dude. Like... You can wait for this server to get shut down, but it doesn't make Blizzard any more competent at what they do. It doesn't make Blizzard make fun games to play anymore, because they don't. Retail's not fun to play anymore, man. Their old iterations are fun to play, and that nobody at Blizzard that made the old versions of the game are still at Blizzard, so fuck them. But anyway. You don't need a VPN to play, no. You might need a VPN to sign up. Some people. Depends where you're at. Like, I think US, you might need a VPN. Yeah, one point, because that's the thing. When I was looking up like specs and how well things are performing, but I think it was based on pre 1.18. Fuck no! Of course I don't want to get a job. Why would I, bruv? What sort of fucking, like, weird little fucking weeby little peasant would want a fucking job, dude? Jobs suck. The whole point is to work a job, and so that you can get to the point where you don't have to work a job. That's it. That's life. If you're like wanting to get a job, that's weird. So I don't know why I'm like... I'm biting to this rant. Yeah. Not many guides. There's a few videos, but then, I don't know. This is like, it's all new now. Although, I don't know, I'm kind of happy to just, like, not use guides, really. Because that's when I was looking up all the stuff for class changes. I was like, what am I doing? Why don't I just, like, just play the game? Play the game blind. See how it goes. Like, you know, I don't know what talents I'm picking. You can change that later on, I guess. The other stuff I like is not knowing the gear, like not knowing, like I don't want to know my best in slot gear, I just want to like see an item drop and go, oh shit, that's nice. Yeah, I know, I've literally had that. The last like month of WoW time I realised I didn't need to spend the gold on that. But what I've done now is I've basically bought a WoW token, and I've just left the WoW token in my bag, and I think what you can do is that, like, when your WoW sub runs out, if you have a WoW token in your bags, it'll pop up to say, like, would you like to use it? So I'm just going to leave one WoW token in the bags and, like, not bother renewing it yet. If there's something fun that happens, I'll play it, but, like, I was leveling TBC Anniversary, but honestly, I'm fine to just not... farming game time easily. Because I'm sat here, whenever I'm, like, farming gold in WoW, I'll put, like, a movie or a TV show or something on the background. You know what I mean? I'm sat here with the wind blowing through the window, watching a movie, having a nice cup of coffee. Maybe I'll have a bottle of wine, whilst I just happen to be, like, skinning mobs in WoW. It's great, it's easy. Especially at the beginning of an expansion. Like, I'm happy to come back at the beginning of a new WoW expansion and just, instead of leveling for the first, like, few days, just farm mobs. Just, like, skin, mine, herb, the whole time. That's what I did this time. Which made, like, a couple of million gold. Man, these new additions to Dead Mines don't half make it a long dungeon. Good lord. I thought I'd have enough, like, rested XP. I feel like I'm going to end up running out. Yeah, I did wonder if they do that. Like, if you could just have the gold. But I didn't want to be too careful, you know? Like, I'd heard other people saying that they couldn't. But I think that was, like, Classic WoW or something to do with Classic WoW token buying. But I don't want to have a situation where I end up having to, like, pay a sub. I don't mind the money side of things. It's just I don't want the money going to Blizzard. It just feels a bit like a waste. What's that money gonna do? Like, buy some cunt a new yacht or something? Like, fuck that. Yeah, honestly, I would, like, realistically, the quiet part about this realm is that this technically should be treated as temporary, but, like, all the WoW servers are temporary, you know what I mean? You can play on Warmane for, like, a week and have a great time and then never play on it again, you know, so... But it's definitely, like, it works. It's good fun. It's just, who knows if they're gonna make a, like, an EU server, like, a Russia-based server, or... I don't know, there's all sorts of chat. There's all sorts of, like, non-official chat going on the guild chat and stuff, of people being like, I saw a GM that said this, and then I saw this, and I read this somewhere, and it's like... I don't know. Kind of makes it a bit, like, fun, you know? It's like, ooh, gotta try and see what's new. Yeah, I imagine that. I mean, they had that. They were like... They've gone from fighting lawsuits about, like, dodgy allegations from shit happening to now doing lawsuits to shut down Turtle WoW. It's like, fucking hell, man. How much of a bastard can you be? Yeah, this is new... There's, like, 2 new bosses. Or there might even be more, I don't know. But the first part, there was, like, a poison boss that I think... It was, like, something Voss. It's, like, related to Lillian Voss, I think. Who's from somewhere. I can't remember where. Jared Voss. Uh-oh. This feels dodgy. I mean, the healer's out of mana, actually, so... Let me do a little bit of healing. Uh-oh. We've gotten so far without a death. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's the other thing, like... Well, it depends, like, you could have a... They could do a Western server and it'd be, like, opening up the donation rewards and stuff for that. I don't know. There's a lot of people that want to play this server, and there's a lot of people that aren't playing it because it's Chinese. So I feel like there's a bit of an incentive there, but then again, yeah, it's awkward because you know at the end of the day you got to like potentially face Blizzard legally, which could be a bit awkward. Ooh, what's Saji again? Is that? I kind of want that. I'll take that. I'm gonna have to start deleting some shit soon. That ain't worth shit. That ain't worth shit. Yeah, I'm in Zug Zug. I just got the chat covered because some people in Zug Zug are a little bit spicy. Yeah, I know, right? Some people, there's something weird. Like, I've done videos on private servers a decent bit now, and there's always a specific type of person that will just go into a video and be like, I hope this private server burns in hell. Why don't you go and play Blizzard's game instead? It's like, bruh, fuck off. Like, wow. But the problem is I will indulge them and I will just go on a rant. You know what I mean? A rant about how paying like $12.99 a month for some like heap of shit that hasn't been fun for like 15 years and all that shit. Fuck them. Okay, I'm in Zug Zug at the moment. Although I'm up for like any other guilds, you know. I've seen a couple of others. There's like an Australian guild, which is named in such a way that you would imagine it would be. So as to say. A bunch of cunning stunts, you could say. A massive load of stunts. Goblin male boots. Man, what are these stats? Like strength, int, spirit. Do I want that? I kind of do. Oh, I feel bad. The other guy. What's the other guy got? What you got? Oh, you got the same as me. 3 stam. Yeah, you don't want that, bro. If you're tanking, keep the stamina. This is Dead Mines. This is a new... This is the Turtle WoW version of Dead Mines. Yeah, they were saying how Zug Zug's like previously 4.2k strong on the Ambershire. Or Sheer, I should say. Leveling, I'd say leveling's a bit faster because you can go and collect rested XP like in real time. But then rested XP, I think instead of it being 200% extra, it's like 50%. But it does work out decently quick. Total WoW's special because there's just so much new stuff. I mean, like this, for instance, this is a whole new... Like, this is the normal part of the dungeon, right? You'd normally come down here and you'd come down there. But look at that. This whole area that we just went in, that's all new. And you come on, like, here. Hang on. Make sure I'm actually doing something here. Come on here. Look at all these new dungeons. Frostmane Hollow, Windhorn Canyon, Dragonmore Retreat, Crescent Grove, Gilneas, Hateforge Quarry, Karazhan Crypt, Caverns of Time, Black Morass. Like, I'm interested to see what that's like. Stormwind Vault, new raids, Karazhan, Emerald Sanctum, Timbermore. It's all sorts of new stuff. And as well, there's new items. Everything in it is new. All of the items. Like, if we go to, like, Dragonmore Retreat, this isn't, like, regular stuff from the game. I don't think it is. It's all, like, new stuff. Like, what's that? The Bane of Althaz. It's like, it's cool, man. New stuff. Dragonmore. Look, that's a whole set bonus there. It's cool. New quests, new zones. You go out on the world map, there's like, look at that, there's like Baylor and Lapidus Isle and Giljim, Telebim over here. All the new stuff. It's cool. It's what Blizzard wants to do, but done better and without a monthly subscription. If Blizzard Plus, if Classic Plus is ever going to be like this, it's going to take years and years, and you're going to end up having to pay a lot of money. Like, realistically, it seems like it might be likely that Blizzard ends up charging like a one-time fee for like not expansion, but like patches. And honestly, I could see Blizzard doing something where they add like one island like this, and then they charge like $10 for it, and it's like, I just don't think Blizzard has nobody that works at Blizzard now has the same like vibe that people used to have at Blizzard. What in order for Blizzard to win, what they need to do is hire the people from Total WoW. Instead of suing them, instead of going through legal action, hire the people from Total WoW. Better yet, like, rent out the IP to people like Total WoW. But yeah. I mean, yeah, it could be. I'll hold out for Classic Plus. I mean, I will absolutely play Classic Plus. I mean, I'm not going to pay for it. I'll stock up some gold on retail, and I'll save up some cash. Like, I'll save up some WoW tokens for Classic Plus, but yeah. But the thing is that you got to remember as well is if there's servers like this out where you can just play Total WoW, that means that by the time, basically, what I want to happen is that by the time Classic Plus comes out, I've experienced everything there is to experience in Total WoW. So then it'll just be a new experience, you know. So that's the plus side. That's like the good way of thinking about it. I don't want to sit here and twiddle my thumbs waiting for Classic Plus. I want to play this. I love WoW. I played WoW for 20 plus years, and I've never played Total WoW, so it's like, it's a whole new experience. So I get to experience this, and then by the time Classic Plus comes out, I'll experience that as well. You know? I mean, that's kind of why I like private servers, to be fair, because you can just play whatever server you want. It's free. You're not locked in on any server, so I'll just play this, play a bit of War main. I'm going to play White main when Cataclysm comes out on there. Like, it's all good, man. It's all good. Blizzard's the only one where you've got to, like, dance to their tune by having to, like, be locked into a sub. But, hey-ho. Yeah, I heard that. I mean, I made a little video a while back about this leak that I saw on Reddit, which is like, could be total bullshit, but that leak, some of the stuff that sounded quite disappointing in that leak, it sounded like classic Blizzard disappointment stuff. But then some of it sounded, you know, interesting. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know, it's hard to try and see how many people. It's hard to see how Blizzard might even do all this, like, just don't know if they have it in them, because I don't know. Like, Season of Discovery was a good example of how they kind of went over the top with some things, and then they didn't do enough with other things, and it was like, I don't know. Yeah, well, the thing is, the WoW, like, fan base is split, but it's a big fan base. But the other thing you've got to understand is that whilst the WoW fan base is split, a large amount of people play on like 3, 4, 5 different servers at the same time, you know? Especially when it comes to things like Warmain, for instance, where it's like quick 5 times XP or 7 times XP. People will just drop on and raid once a week on that. Some people play retail as well, and they'll drop on once a week and raid on that. Then they go to TBC and they'll drop on and raid once a week on that. Which is why servers like this are nice, where it's like, it's a pretty slow leveling experience, but there's like tons of new stuff. And then by the time you get to endgame, there's tons of new stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I mean, BlizzCon is going to be a really big, like, decider. I'm quite excited. In fact, I might even, when BlizzCon happens, if they do like a live stream, I might do like a live, like, watch along to it, because it'd be funny. Funny to see me either like rage or to like be like, this looks like shit, or whatever. Be kind of fun. But I'm excited just to see what it is in any way. The Wii U, I never really knew Wii U stuff. Like, I was out. Oh, you mean by marketing? Yeah. SOD. Yeah, Season Discovery was one of those awkward ones where I wasn't playing WoW when it came out, and I didn't want to like subscribe. I was like, whatever. I was busy with other stuff in life, and then. But the annoying thing was the way that SOD worked is that they like capped the level, which is interesting, but that's a one-time thing. Like, unless you do like player run things, you can't really like fake cap the level again. And it's weird. Although there's a guy called Guzu, who's doing a season of discovery thing I saw earlier today. Guzu's doing a season of discovery like redo from like level 19 or whatever. That's in like a few weeks or something on the EU servers. So that's like a good chance to check out season of discovery. But yeah, I missed it, and I kind of like. It looks kind of interesting. Looks kind of goofy in a fun sort of way. Because I think they did all like raids in it and stuff, didn't they? New raids and stuff. Which makes me wonder if they're just like teasers of full raids that they're just going to copy and paste into Classic Plus. Yeah, like the level cap thing looked kind of fun, just in the sense that it means that it's almost like every like week or however time gated it is, every week or every month there's like the whole new best in slot, and certain classes are going to perform really good in this certain like time and all that. That's kind of fun. I like that, but it's as soon as it happens once, it can't really be replicated again, you know. Yeah, I get that. Like, I always, anytime there's a new expansion, I sort of intend to like go slowly and go through it, but you end up blasting. Just blast like mad. The only time I played slow was like vanilla, TBC, and that's about it. The server population isn't like public, but it's massive. Like, it's genuinely very populated, as in just people running around constantly. Like, I would say, having played a decent few private servers, this is like the most populated one I've seen for a while. Oh man, I gotta sit up. Oh. I'm gonna stretch. Camera. Yeah, it's like, it does feel like it's a whole, like, all players, not all, but most players are like, the pacing is different now. Nobody wants to like slowly meander their way through. Yeah, and exactly, the end game is important. I mean, even on this, I'm like, push to the end game, but then it's like, I don't know. Sometimes just stop and smell the flowers, you know? Just enjoy the world for a bit. Listen to the music, the ambience. That's why most of the times when I'm playing nowadays, I put like, yeah, there you go. I put like, sound volume down, music up a bit, and then ambience at max. Because I'm like, I don't want to hear the noises of like, here. What I do want to hear is like the crickets, the weird like noises in the background. Nice. Get the vibe a little bit more. Because then it reminds you to not just like blast through all the shit as quickly as possible. Man, this is a long dungeon. I was thinking that this would be like a little like half an hour run, but so there's a lot of bosses in there now. Yeah, look at that. Oof. So we did the Masterpiece Harvester. 5% chance of landing direct damaging spell to create a mobile bomb that charges the nearest enemy and explodes. Like, that's a really interesting new item. Like, I love that. They didn't just put new items in that's just like 4 strength, 4 stam, leather belt, no problem. They put new items in that do like interesting stuff. Yeah, that's kind of fun, like transmog stuff like that. Having like, I don't know. Transmog is one of those weird things where like, I don't really like transmog, but vanilla style stuff is great. It's just the fact that by the time transmog was a thing, it was like Cataclysm, so there's all sorts of wacky shit. But I can imagine that having like the locked. I mean, it reminds me of the locked transmogs for was it like the vanilla PvP stuff? I think you get to a certain rating. Although I think you can go back and do it now, but for a long time it was like you had to have had a rating at that time to have been able to get that transmog. But yeah, I'm like, personally, I'm happy to like not have any transmog at all. Full goof, the goof troop. Like whatever you're wearing, and that's what you look like. And to a degree, in fact, I saw some things with that Shobek guy where he was talking about like, why not just take like a 10% DPS loss to have a cool looking set, you know what I mean? I kind of like that. Play a little slower but look cooler. Hey man, if Capybara is a scam, then it's a fucking great one. And I'm loving it, so I'm loving it. So fuck it, scam away, scam me every day, scam me for like 12 hours a day, bruv. Go for it, because it's great fun. Yeah, I think that's the other thing. Transmog, like the idea of like going back and farming gear for transmog feels a bit shallow. It's like, feels a bit pointless. I just think it's important to have transmog to a degree to see what people are wearing. Like if you want to be wearing a full set of gear, put on the full set of gear, man. You know what I mean? Take a damage loss, but you're wearing the gear. I just think I like to, like, if I'm looking at a thing, I want the thing to be the thing that I'm looking at. If you've got like a gigantic hammer, and then I inspect you, and you've got like the dainty sword of made of glass, it's like, oh, that's not correct, is it? Like, I don't know. There's some element of like the goofiness of some of the gear. Like, look at this fucking elf. Look at how weird this set of gear is, and yet it's unique. It's fun. I'm not that into the whole like pristine sets of gear, but then again, I don't know. Again, that more of my dislike of transmog just comes from modern WoW, where it's like gets ridiculous, where it starts being like, here, have a pair of fucking Adidas sweatpants and shit. It's like, ugh. Fuck yeah, dude, mine the PC all fucking day, no problem. If that was even a thing, like, if honestly, if this server is like has some like Bitcoin miner in it or something, then fuck, they'd be making bank, because there's like thousands and thousands and thousands of people playing it. So fair dues. I don't care. Realistically, like, if this was a server that had like 50 people playing it that was getting advertised, I'd be like, ooh, I don't know. But like, bruv, more people are playing this than like most of the like classic WoW servers. So. Honestly, yeah, if you want to show up with gear from Scarlet Monastery, no problem. It's not like the raids are that difficult, you know. But no, I guess I do like that idea of like, if you want to like transmog stuff, you've got to have like done something difficult for it. Maybe because then it's the whole thing about seeing people wearing cool armor. Is like, you see them in a full tier set and you're like, oh shit, wow, look at this guy. This guy's got the whole set. So then if you could transmog only if you've done some difficult like achievement. You know what I mean? If they had like add special achievements, not like the modern achievements in WoW, but have it like a certain achievement where it'd be like, do this boss where like the whole raid is not wearing trousers or something. You know, some random goofy shit like that would be kind of fun. Then I could see that. Put transmogs. But I don't know. The whole thing of transmog farming is so weird. It's just the idea of like going into like a mythic raid that you just one-shot everything. It's like, it really makes the world feel really weird. But then that's why I like the classic side of thing. I like the idea that every raid is like, I like the idea that there's like one difficulty for every raid. And it's either hard as fuck or it's not hard as fuck, and that's it. And if you can clear it, then it's like, wow, it's all good. I don't know. I ramble on about my like opinions on this shit, but who knows? Next week I'll have a different fucking opinion. Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna have transmogs, in like Classic Plus, put them behind like some difficult forget thing, you know. Then it adds a nice bit of challenge. Give people a reason to do like try hard shit rather than to like, I don't know. The try hard stuff in WoW is always really weird, where it's like, let's spend 4 hours preparing for a fairly easy raid to cut 2 minutes off. Yeah. Whereas if it was like, let's spend 4 hours preparing for a raid because then we can get the transmog thing from it, then that's like, oh, that could be kind of fun. I don't know. There's a lot of like ideas for it, I suppose. Do all sorts. Who knows, man. Classic Plus, but I'm just thinking about, like, I wonder what they're going to put in the shop. Because there's going to be a shop, right? Like, I already don't. Every time I go on TBC Anniversary, I don't like seeing the goddamn, like, that's that weird, like, phase shifter mount. I fucking hate that mount. Like, I don't know why. It's not even that. It looks like a TBC mount, to be fair, but I'm like, stop putting these things in there. Oh really? LVUI? I've never been into like LVUI or any of that. Like any add-on changes. I had like back in the day I had like X Pearl or Z Pearl or whatever. That was about it. Yeah, no, I think the WoW tokens is like not necessarily a bad thing, but it's like the WoW tokens are one of those things where it's like fine. If there's gonna be like websites selling gold that you could just get gold that people just buy gold from, then fuck it. Put it in game, whatever, who cares? But it's the other stuff. Like, I don't know. I complain about the shop reward, but then there's all this stuff where I'm like, But then I don't know. The other thing that I got to keep in mind with a game shop like this is that there's no monthly fee for this server. You know, I'm not paying like $12.99 a month to play this. If I was paying $12.99 a month to play this, and then there's that shit, it's like, ugh. It's a bit distasteful. I'd just love them to do classic where it's just like, just make the game, dude, and that's it. Like, oh, I was gonna say I'll pay a monthly fee, but then I'm like, I probably won't. But still, you know, I'll farm up some gold and get a fucking token. You don't need to like double, triple, quadruple monetize. Yeah, and they'll never get gold selling was like. I remember there was a time when gold selling was like a serious thing. Like, gold selling was like nuts. There was the money to be made from it was insane. As soon as like bots came about and they just have these like Chinese gold farms where it's like you could end up earning like more than a decent wage. It's nuts. It's kind of funny, really. And then of course nowadays you go on retail and it's like people casually throwing around millions and millions of gold. What the fuck? Yeah, that's a kind of a good point. Like, but then you say that like there's a lot of private servers that are really busy and they don't have that many bots. But then I don't know. I think like Warmain, for instance, there's a few bots there, but they have like gold selling straight up on the website. I mean, shit, dude, you can buy gear on Warmain, so not a great example. But it's not that it's not the existence of bots that's as much. Oh, that increases your stealth level. I didn't realise that. It's not really the existence of bots that like upsets me or anything. It's just that there's so many situations where the bots are like clearly visible. It's like there's a shitload of bots and you can just see them all swarming in and out of certain zones, and it's like Blizzard could absolutely do something about that. A private server would do something about that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Yeah, well, there's an English guild called Zugzug. If you put your character's name in the chat, I'll add you in the guild if you want. There's like 100 people online right now. I think it's almost peak. It's starting to be peak for the English speakers now. It's like 1:30 in the morning in China, but it's 6:30 in the UK. So now it's like, this is the time when all the EU players come online. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen any bots or anything here. I don't know about like multi-boxing. I don't know if that's much of a thing. Nates. Yeah, there will be bots. I don't know. They should honestly, if Blizzard aren't going to do something about bots, maybe they need to like come up with some way that players can like do something about it. I don't know. There should be a thing where like I don't know, allow players to like just fucking like gank them relentlessly or something. Let me farm honor off bots. If somebody is like tagged as a bot, then you get 10 times honor gain from camping them or something. I don't fucking know. Some goofy shit like that. Because then it makes put a fun target on their head. Ah, yeah. I said, yeah, because I saw a guy that was streaming a while back that was like, he was multi-boxing like 5 or 6 accounts, and it looks so goofy because he's like click, 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 like going through all these different tabs. Let me hang on. Oh, what a name. I mean, well, bots, like, I can see that, but having items cheap is one thing, but then, like, I would rather farm items and sell them for a good price. And when you've got it where bots can just, like, absolutely fuck the economy on something, and it's like the competition as well, it's obnoxious when you have bots that can, like, glide through the floor and shit. It's a bit rough. Honestly, yeah, separate bot layer, the bot dimension. There should be something like that. If you're suspected of being a bot, you get sent to the bot dimension, and you have to like do something that a bot can't do in order to get out, that a regular player could just do no problem. I don't know, something like that. Oh, you just got in. This is Total WoW. We're in Dead Mines. It's like a new version of Dead Mines with the new bosses. It's been a long one, honestly. If you like scrub back. I wasn't intending to stream this long, but this dungeon is long. But it's been good. It's good fun, you know. It's added a hell of a lot of stuff to it. 2 bosses, big rooms. I can see that. Honestly, if you want to pay for like multiple accounts and just like solo shit, why not? Fuck it. You probably farm like trash mobs in raids or something, right? Get BOEs. Multi-boxing. Oh yeah, Twitch is going to go absolutely ballistic with Classic Plus. I mean, when the Classic Original, well, Classic, yeah, I think that's what we call it. When Classic Original launched, that was like 1 million views on there or something. Because that's the thing, the only reason there's not that many streams for this sort of stuff is because it's in some weird, like, grey area where, like, let me delete that. Like, I'm not even sure if I should really be streaming it, but like, fuck it, dude. It is what it is. You know, fingers crossed. But the only other thing I was thinking was like on YouTube, fucking Turtle WoW was literally like running ads on YouTube. So, but Twitch, I know Twitch, I wouldn't bother with because I think they are a little bit weird about it. Yeah, I mean, it's a good time to try it out. Like, if you haven't done any of the Turtle WoW stuff, because it's all working here. It's not like I haven't had any like buggy experiences or anything like that. Chuck that. I think I need to chuck loads of stuff. Chuck the boar meat. Move that up. I always feel like I have to like sort my bags. I want the bottom right of the bag to be clear. For no reason. Oh, did it not invite? Oh, there you go. Farming AV with 40 accounts feels a bit fucking weird. Although, yeah, you probably get quite efficient, right? Run the whole... Yeah, I know, right? Especially it's fresh. There's, like, no bags for sale. Like, maybe there's some silk bags for a lot, but, yeah. But, yeah, imagine running, like, 40 bots in Alterac Valley. I imagine you literally just, like, everyone run to one tower, cap that. One to next tower, cap that. Run to the end, done. Oh, yeah, he said wait. Let me just not... Yeah, I just would adore a bigger bag. I was almost tempted to just, like, stop. Like, I got rid of my blacksmith hammer. I got rid of some, like, blacksmith heavy... Oh, shit, I have these, don't I? I had some other blacksmith stuff. I was like, I'm getting rid of this. It's, like, multiple bags full of just blacksmith stuff. I don't think blacksmithing is going to, like, make money either. I'd rather just do mining. Sell the stuff from mining. Oh, really? Based on EverQuest, Monster and Memories. Honestly, I don't know that I can, like... I don't know that I can ever really properly get into a new MMO. Although, I don't know, I say that. I was gonna, like... I was toying with the idea of, like... But when Total WoW initially shut down, I was thinking of doing this series of, like, trying out these other MMOs, like... Try out Final Fantasy for the first time, try out Elder Scrolls Online and RuneScape, because I've never really played any of them before. Thought it'd be kind of fun. Like 20-year WoW veteran tries like RuneScape for the first time or something. Could be kind of funny. Still might. But now this is like here, and I'm enjoying it. And I imagine by the time I've like stopped enjoying this, it'll be like Classic Plus. Who knows? Yeah, I know. Well, no, there's some other games I like. I like a bit of like Bannerlord, Mountain Blade. Like a bit of Total War every now and then. Total War Warhammer, stuff like that. What else? I was going to play The Witcher 3 as well, because I have my save file where I finished the one DLC, like Hearts of Stone or whatever, and I'm ready to begin Blood and Wine because I've never played Blood and Wine. So I've got that save file, but I was going to stream it. Thought that'd be kind of fun. And then I didn't get around to it, so I'll do that at some point. Oh, did I win that belt? Let me put that someplace safe. Yeah, solo self-found stuff is like... I don't know. Most of that is in the hardcore, like... hardcore players that do that, but I've never been into hardcore at all. I was like, I don't like the idea of hardcore. It freaks me out. I don't want to lose my character from dying. But doing like non-hardcore solo self-found, I think I'd give that a go. Well, yeah, the tip for gold is that it's Children's Week. If you do the quest that's in Cathedral Square, you got to take this kid around the world to like wetlands and I think Theramore Isle and stuff like that. You end up getting 5 gold at the end of the quest, which is massive. Yeah, solo self-found without hardcore would be kind of fun. Like, I'd give a go at that. Just, yeah, a whole server with it. Yeah, that would be interesting. You'd cut out the whole problem with bots, which is nice. I'd be up for doing something like that where it's like, I don't know, if you could have like, if they had a server where you could have it where the only things that you could see on like the auction house are stuff from your guild mates or something, you know? Something like that where it's like guild only. Nothing else or something. I mean, technically I feel like you could do that almost. You could have like layers. You could have your own guild layer or something. I don't know. Yeah, Children's Week right now. So you do the like the quest to take him to like the lighthouse, I think, the dam in Lochmadan, Darnassus, get him some ice cream, take him to go see Jaina, and then it's 5 gold. Boom. Yeah. Which, yeah, there's like massive at the moment. Everyone's fresh. There's only like there's nothing around. People are saying that what you want to do is do the Children's Week quest, get 5 gold, and then put it all into like shell coin or whatever. There's something in Booty Bay where it's like the in-game version of a fucking crypto coin. Which I think is, was it? It's dot shell coin, I think. 2 gold 56. Yeah, that was like 1 gold 50 yesterday, I think. So there's some like fucking in-game crypto. Why is everyone running over here? Aren't we just... Oh shit, that's why everyone's running over here. It's like, there's only one mob, it's no problem, right? Shit. I can still judge, right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, exactly, right? There'll be like one bot in the guild and you won't even know. It's like your best friend could be a bot and you wouldn't even know. There's no numbers for how many people are online on this server, but it's like massive. Like if you go to any like Westfall or whatever, there's just an insane amount of people. It's so much so that you like, I feel like you're better off just doing dungeons and stuff right now. Because it's difficult. Some mobs hyperspawn, but some mobs that don't hyperspawn just mean that it's terrible to quest. Children's Week after Easter. I don't know. I barely keep up with these things anymore. I never used to do the like holiday events in WoW. All I know is there's a free 5 gold. To the point where I was going to make some new characters. Like I was really tempted. I was tempted to get a new character and just do the 5 gold quest. Yeah, I'd say Paladin's probably my favourite. It's just Paladin was the class I picked like back in vanilla. Back in like, was it 2005 I think when I started. So that was my like proper OG class. And I like it. I think, what did I do? I did a Paladin first, then I did a Hunter, then I did a Druid. And then whatever after that. But I like Paladin. I like Paladin now because I like tanking, I like healing, I like damage. So I feel like it's nice and flexible, you know. And on here, from what I understand, you can actually play everything. Like you're not locked into just like healing. Tank's pretty good. Or tank's good for like AoE. Rhett's pretty good now. Something about the 1.18 update made rhett better, from what I hear. Because I was going to play protection first on this, and then somebody was like, "Oh no, rhett's actually like pretty decent on 1.18." So, yeah. Technically, it's like Turtle. Technically, it's basically the Asian GMs like saved a bunch of the data and got the server up and running. So it's set in China, the server, so it's like 260 ping, but technically it's Turtle, yeah. Some of them, yeah, some of the Chinese people are speaking in English. A lot of people do, because they'll see, if they see that your name is in English, they'll speak in English, which is nice. Yeah, Rogue is good. I have a Hunter made and I got a Rogue and stuff. Yeah, I don't know about the whole suing thing because I think... Because the distinction here is that I think it was the developers that came under fire from Blizzard. But these are like GMs and I don't know if they're really like known to Blizzard. And as long as they don't make themselves known, it's like, what are you going to do? I think that's why they're kind of trying to keep things a little bit quiet to the degree of like on a personal level. Like they're not coming out saying like, "Here's who we are. We're the devs of this thing." It's like da 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 da. It's like let's like it's not quite about the server. It's just like what you're gonna do. You're gonna find some random server in China and shut it down. Like if Blizzard wanted to like threaten someone, there's nobody there. There's ghosts. You know, that's the good thing. It's just that with Turtle WoW, it's like. The developers are like publicly known and to the point where they're like running ads on YouTube and shit and getting a bit cocky. Whereas these guys are like, who knows, they're just GMs, man. So, for all I know, these could be the people that were getting sued from Turtle WoW but have just like come back under a new name or something. But I wouldn't want to say that because I wouldn't want to like get anyone in trouble or anything. But who knows, man? Could be anything. All I know is that this server is the only server that's like... This server was referenced by an actual Turtle WoW GM. It's not like some random person that's like trying to get Turtle WoW going. This was actually in the dying minutes of Turtle WoW. This place was referenced. Capybara Paradise, so... But yeah, same, yeah, OctoWoW, that's the one that's doing that. Where they're like... They're not even like... They don't even... Like, the developers each other don't know each other, you know? Which is the safe way to do it. Open source what you can with the software, and keep your, like, personal shit details private. Otherwise, you know, too risky. I don't know if they're going to make any new content for it. But, compared to, like, Epoch WoW, for instance, there's already a hell of a lot of content here. Like, servers like Epoch, there's a tiny bit of new content, and they're not getting anything. Whereas with this, there's like a shitload of more content. But I don't know if it's going to get anything more, because that's why I say, like, the people running this, or from what I understand, are GMs, which isn't necessarily to say that they're developers. So, I don't know. I don't know if they're like... If they just know how to, like, run the server and shit, or whether they know how to add shit to the server. I don't know. But, yeah, exactly. Epoch's waiting for Molten Core. Meanwhile, you come on here and it's like, where do you want to go? Like, Lower Karazhan, Upper Karazhan, Emerald Sanctum, Timbermore Hold, Storming Vault, Caverns of Time, you know what I mean? It's like, there's a lot of shit already. So, there's enough here that, like, even if they didn't add any new content to this, there's enough here that I'm, like, happy to play all the way to the end of, like, what would it be, Timbermore? I think that was the newest one. That'll do for me. It's a bit fun, you know. Focus boss. Affirmative, I should say. Do I have affirmative? Yes. Certainly. I don't know. I never really played Armor 2. Don't know much about it. Armor 2. Oh no, DayZ. That was no, I do. I played DayZ fucking years back. There's a video on this channel, in fact. In fact, there's a funny video. There's a video on this channel of me playing DayZ with a couple of friends. This is literally like, I would have been like 13 or 14 years old or something. And right at the end of the video, the whole video is us waiting for my one friend Cameron to like turn up to this church. And finally he turns up and I end up shooting him. And he gets so salty. You just hear him go, "Why would you do that? Why would you do that? What? I can't believe you've done this." And then you just hear, "User has disconnected from the channel." And I just thought it was the funniest shit ever. I felt terrible, but it was just funny as fuck. That's a fucking throwback. That was from like years and years ago. Oh my god, sorry, this boss is like stressing me out. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Tank died. I didn't know we had like a combat res already. Whoa. Yeah, no, that's the thing that I felt with Epoch, is that like, doesn't feel like there's really enough stuff there to make me want to like really check it out long term. Keep healing. Come on, son. Oh my god, I'm doing like no damage. Oh, yes. Oh, thank god for that, man. Thank god we didn't wipe. All I was thinking was like, fuck, that would so suck if we wiped here. Oh. Anyway, yeah, back to the Epoch, yeah. Like, I leveled on it a little bit. I got up to like level 15 or something. And like, it was good fun. Like, checking out New Elwyn Forest. There's some new stuff, but when you see that the end game, there's nothing new for the end game, and there's nobody actually actively working on it, it's like, ah, shit. Yeah, but yeah, DayZ back then, that was back like so long ago. That was a real long. That was when DayZ was really like early. It was janky back then. Oh yeah, res. But that's funny. We used to, for some reason, we'd always meet up in this one church and just like camp there and all that. Yeah. Fuck, man. I've been making YouTube videos for like years, decades even. Fucking hell. There's some real gems. I mean, God knows some of the shit I must say in some of the videos back then. Who knows? I don't even want to know. Like, I don't know. I could end up saying some dodgy shit in some of those old videos. That was like straight out of Modern Warfare 2. Oh, fuck that. Yeah, Arma 2 mod. Dean Hall, that was the name I was trying to think. Yeah, Dean Hall. I don't feel like I have like good memories of that guy. That was diabolical. Fuck yeah, I don't want to write. I don't want to call him a cunt, but yeah, it was fucking diabolical. And W2, man, that was the shit back then. I remember the perfect run. I started playing COD at COD 4, and then like COD 5 was great, and then COD 6 was fucking amazing. Every day after school, bam, Rust, quickscopes, like trick shot, final kill cam, boom. Oh my god, it's Stormwind music in here. What? But I remember back in the Modern Warfare 2 days, I used to literally play with like KSI, for instance. Literally used to play with him on Modern Warfare 2. He was one of the reason I subbed to him was because he was in lobbies like asking for like sub for sub and all that stuff. Everyone was asking for like sub for sub back then, but that's literally why I subbed to him. Because of that. I find that so funny. And then I ended up seeing his FIFA videos pop up like a while later. But yeah, because we'd always just host these like quickscope matches back in the day. There was KSI, I remember that Matt HD Gamer was another guy, Tom Syndicate was another guy in there. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm in like some of the background of his videos and shit back then. Sandy Ravage, yeah, I remember him as well. Ah man, I remember those, getting hyped for those like ZZIR Grizz things. Man. No, I haven't talked to, this was literally just like, it was just the sort of shit where you're just regularly in like private lobbies and stuff, because we'd always host like quickscope on Rust, free for all, with the only rule that you have to trick shot the final kill cam, and if you don't trick shot the final kill cam, you're kicked and you're like banned because you're like wasting people's time. And so all the people that would like do YouTube and stuff would come to these lobbies because I don't know, I guess it's like a fun place to farm clips and stuff. But yeah, those were the days, man. I've still got, there's some like, I've got old YouTube channels of like my old COD montages and stuff that were terrible. Fucking terrible montages and shit. Oh my god. But yeah, that was a different time, man. Then I got into WoW and I stopped playing COD. Wow, that was a long run. Crikey. What we got? I think I'm just gonna... What's that? The quest again? Stormwind. Right. Let's sell up. Go and see if there's anything on the auction house, anything like that. Yeah, I'd like WoW was one of those things where... Although when was it? WoW? No, I started playing WoW at like 2005. So it must have been... Like, when did Modern Warfare 2 come out? What WoW expansion was that? Modern Warfare 2... Release date 2009, so that would have been like halfway through Wrath of the Lich King. Yeah, I could see that. I dipped off a little bit in Wrath. Yeah, the new Deadlines was fun. Like, it's a lot longer, but it's nice. Couple more bosses. I mean, like the first boss drops like a trinket, which is real cool. Like level 17 trinket to do a little bit of damage, and like look at that, a dagger that gives you +5 poison stuff. Like, I don't know how that works, but it's cool. I love that they're adding stuff in here, or they have added stuff that's new, that's not just like regular stats. Yeah, I remember back then, the first time playing WoW was like, I think it was my older brother had already been playing WoW a little bit, so I managed to like ask for a WoW sub just fine. But a friend of mine, he was playing private servers because his mum was like, no. His mum was literally like, this thing must be a scam. I'm not putting my credit card information in for this thing. Like, She's like, no, World of Warcraft, no, that's just like a scam or something. She's like, oh, come on, dude. It's not a fucking scam. What's it about? Level 18. What's that? Level 15. Is there any real cheap deals here? Oh, it's too pricey for me. Ooh, 39 silver. No, I don't want to. I shouldn't. Oh yeah, private servers were a thing. I remember private servers in TBC because I played like legit WoW. Silk bag. I used to play like retail WoW, and a friend of mine played on private servers, and he was talking about how he was like, oh yeah, I got some GM to give me some like Black Temple gear, and I was like, what the fuck, man? I was so salty about that because I was like, how come you're just getting given Black Temple gear on your weird private server? I'm paying, and I'm like struggling to get into like heroic dungeon groups, and you're out here getting given Black Temple gear. But I realise now it's a hollow thing to just get given some fucking random gear from a GM, but still. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, yeah, like Eastern European private servers are up like a fucking snap. But yeah, I mean, you could, back then, still around that time, TBC Wrath time, that friend that played private servers, he figured out how you can like get the client, and he just put up his own private server. So we would just like fuck around, go to like GM Island and give ourselves all these items and all that stuff. Let's do like dot set level 60 or all that. Oh, by the way, if you want the free 5 gold, this is where you got to come. Come here, show an orphan around, do the quests from the orphan, and eventually you'll get 5 gold. It's a long journey, but you know, if you're watching like some TV in the background, grab the quest and just go on an adventure, and you'll get 5 gold at the end. It's worth doing, especially right now, like level like 20 or whatever. Oh, it's the guy that wanted the compass as well. Nice. 2 birds, 1 stone. Nice. What are we at for, it's stockades. It's like level 20, yeah, 20. And a wind-horned cavern. Look at that. That'll be a new one. Signal the horn, attack speed, and movement speed for, Oh my god, what? Look at that. Oh, they look kind of cool. A set piece. Oh my god, that looks like a... You get spirit, you get mana regen, landing damaging spells have a chance to envelop the target in harsh winds, dealing 175 to 99. God damn, that's quite a lot of damage. Direct healing spells have a chance to heal for more. Fucking hell. That's cheeky. Yeah, WoW is like... I've never been able to get the same vibe. There was a time in, I want to say like late vanilla or something, where I actually got banned from WoW. My original account, technically I've still got some paladin that's level like 37 or something, but my OG account was banned because I bought power leveling, which was dumb. I didn't realise that it was like not a good thing to do. I bought power leveling from level 37 to level 40, went on holiday, came back, and boom, I'm banned. I was like, fuck. So I ended up trying like other MMOs just to see if it was like worth doing, and they were not. Nothing was as good as WoW. Nothing was as good. I tried like, or was it? No, I don't know. Sorry, I hit my mic there. I don't know if it was that time. That might have actually been the time when I went and played like COD 4. But there was some time I remember trying out Epic at level 26. At some point I remember trying out Lord of the Rings Online, and I tried, oh yeah, spells, and I tried Warhammer Online, and they were like, like Lord of the Rings Online was interesting because it's like, oh shit, it's Lord of the Rings, you sort of like recognise stuff. Warhammer Online, what was it about Warhammer Online? Or was it Lord of the Rings? One of them was interesting because you could play as like an orc, and you get straight up to the highest level as an orc, and it was really weird. But yeah. What do we got here? Oh, Hand of Freedom, that's nice. What was that, 4 to 14? It's tiny damage buff. But fuck it. Look at these, this feels expensive, man. 30 silver for skills, like, it's 8 seconds, yeah, I'll take that. Oh, man. Oh, that's expensive. When are we getting that? Level 20 for consecration. See, like, how much is, like, skills down here? It's like 4 gold a piece down here. Fucking hell. Man. Oh, well. There goes my 5 gold. What do we got? New ranks, holy strikes there, yeah. Seal of righteousness, wasn't it? Seal of wisdom, so at least we can get some mana, maybe. Like, I'll probably get rid of Seal of Crusader. That's the one, they have it where, yeah, when you judge using it, because it used to be that in Wrath you'd have, like, different types of judgment. Yeah, Warhammer Online feels like one of those ones where it was really good when it initially came out, but may not have, like, yeah, may not have made good choices. But yeah, it was good fun at the time. But yeah, didn't they used to do in Wrath where judgments, we'd have judgment of healing, judgment of mana, and then the red one. But it looks like they're putting that effect into like the seals. Seal of wisdom, when you judge it, then you get the mana thing, and then seal of light, when you judge that, you get the healing one. Because I remember that, it's like, keeps you alive when you do the seal of light or whatever. Dungeons & Dragons, I didn't play Dungeons & Dragons. Just Dungeons in the City, if I recall. Was that like, Dungeons & Dragons would have been like Neverwinter, or, you know what I mean? Like, one of those sort of games. I didn't really play that. Yeah, dude, I'm having great fun on here. It's interesting trying out the new stuff, getting to play a rhett paladin that actually has buttons to press and all that, you know. It's cool. I mean, I'm probably going to call it for the night there. I've got some stuff to do, and we've been going for about almost like 4 hours, it feels like. I thought that Dead Mines would be a pretty quick run, but it ended up being like an hour and a half or something, so... In fact, I literally came on to do Frostmane Hollow, and then I was like, I'm going to do a quick stream where I do Frostmane Hollow, and then, whoa, 4 hours passed, but, well, 3.5. Baldur's Gate, I played Baldur's Gate 3, but I haven't got... Where did I get to? I think I haven't got to the city before. I've played it through twice where I haven't got to Baldur's Gate, so that's a game that I kind of want to, like... Tempted to try streaming. Could be kind of fun just to, like, mess around and stuff. Fiesta Online, never played. There was a game I played many, many years back when me and my friends stopped playing WoW, called, I think it was like Mabigoni or Mabigoni, something like that. That was a weird, it was like an anime sort of one. It was really weird. It's clone. No, yeah, it's literally the latest update of Turtle WoW 1.18.1. This is literally that client. Like, all of the stuff is in here. All of the new dungeons. You've got like Timbermore Hold. All of the class changes. It all works. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna actually. Where am I? Looks like you don't really get rested XP in Capital. You need to go to like an inn or something. I don't know if it's this inn. Normally you see it go up, like that 1970 should be going up. Right. Let me quickly go to Goldshire, because I know that's the good shit. That's the good tavern for rested XP. Maple Story. No, I never played Maple Story. I remember like hearing of it, but I never played it. I think it was just a weird time where we were just like dossing around some weird MMOs, that Mabigoni one, and then we just ended up playing COD instead. Yeah, I mean, you could see some of these like being bigger, like that. Just the Dead Mines alone. Look at how many fucking bosses are in here. Like, we did every single one. Oh, not Minor Johnson, but like even that Frostmane one. There's not as many bosses, but it was a long, like. In fact, we've got the Atlas maps here. You can see how. Oh, where am I? Eastern Kingdoms, like Dead Mines. Look at the length of this for Dead Mines, like. This whole area of number 1, that's a whole new area to go off to and then come back. Number 6 again, that's a whole new area to go off and come back. It's crazy. And then what was that, Frostmane Hollow? Look at the size of this. For like new dungeons, these are actually really like they're really cool. Gilneas City, look at that. So they want Matthias Holtz, and this looks like some like what do you call it? Stratholme looking sort of thing, but in Gilneas instead. It's a Hateforge Quarry. Like I've never seen any of these before, so all of these are going to be like new to experience. Stormwind Vault, like no idea. Storm Roar, Jesus! Oh my god! For like a level 25 dungeon, look at that. So what's this? You start here, and it's like, oh my god. See, these are the sort of dungeons that I want to like. These are the sort of dungeons where before I do this dungeon, like I'll get to the point where I get all the quests and I'm ready to go. I'll park myself out here and then I'll do like a dedicated stream just of doing the whole dungeon. Like today, it's just doing 2 of the new dungeons. Tower of Karazhan. Oh, I mean, what the fuck is this, bruv? Hello? What is that? There's like another world. The Rock of something. Kalimdor ones. There's like Black Morass. That one I feel like we vaguely know, right? But then I guess it's different from the TBC one. Crescent Grove. Sounds like a pretty place. All sorts. Windhorn Canyon. Oh, that's the one where they had that epic item. Timbermore Hold. Oh, it's cool, man. It's cool. I love it. All sorts of interesting stuff. Oh, yeah, I see that. Something about hunter pets. I don't know what that is. But when you click on their pet, like let's see that you click on it, it's like suddenly friendly. I don't know what the deal is with that. I don't know if it's, I don't know, something about what the pet originally was or something. Oh yeah, like that. Then you click on it and it's fine. Something. Don't like pets. I was quite busy in here, not as busy as it was earlier. But then again, like, yeah, it's 2 AM in China, so all of these people are up late. Anyway, there, look at that. You can see the rested XP going up in real time. That 2408, 2434, 2482. So you can actually see all the shit going on. Yeah, it looks like that's the thing. Some of the favourite dungeons of regular vanilla are like Blackrock Depths and Blackrock Spire, which was more of a raid. These massive dungeons where you go on an adventure through them. So it's nice that they've added some of those, you know, these big old things. But it's the fact that there's all these, like, that there's loot for every single one of them, and it's not like recycled loot or anything. I don't think there's a mountain there. I mean, look at all these things with interesting effects. Well, some of them. I know that increased mace skill with that. Increase engineering by 15 from like some weapon. Fire damage on that. Pendant, what's that? Improved chance to hit and crit. Some of them like, oh my god. I'm excited to like go through these a little bit at some point later game. To see what's about. Like allow 3% of mana regen during casting. That's a new thing to have on armor, but it's there. Have a quick look at like, I don't know, lower Karazhan halls, for instance. Any like unique effects? Also things like that, like that's like tank, right? Leather, that'll be for a druid with dodge chance. They've got the opportunity to put stuff in that makes like feral druids better at tanking or like prop paladins. Because with regular vanilla, you're limited to whatever's out there. Whatever Blizzard made in 2003 or whatever, that's what you're stuck with. Whereas this, it's like, let's do some new things. Like that plate gear with defense and magic and... What is this? Does this look... Oh, it's that model. Yeah, okay, fair dues. But yeah. 3% chance to reflect harmful spells. Like, fuck yeah, dude. That's cheeky. There's like a 3% chance of something really cool happening. Yeah, I love it. And not to mention these recipes as well. There's a lot of recipes added. All sorts of stuff. 1% of damage dealt is returned as healing. Like, huh? That's completely new. But, yeah. Got to check that all out when we get to 60. Anyway, that's gonna probably be it for today. I gotta go cook some dinner. I'm gonna go make some nice like sausage and tomato pasta bake with a bit of parmesan on top, a bit of garlic in there. C'est magnifique, mon frère. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you around. I'll probably be on tomorrow, similar sort of time. UK time, like afternoon, evening, something like that.